Last week, the United Artists Cinema chain agreed to make 300 of its theaters more accessible to people with disabilities. Also, disabled patrons will no longer have to buy an extra ticket for their wheelchair. Good. About time they overturned that barbaric practice. Okay. Grocery and department stores across America have added reserved parking spaces for expectant mothers. Especially excited about this innovation are handicapped drivers, who will finally get to park in someone else's space. Meanwhile, 5,000 disabled Americans were in Washington last week to protest doctor-assisted suicide. On a sad note, the demonstration turned ugly when all 5,000 disabled people fought over 2 handicapped parking spaces. I told you, it was sad. It was announced last week that New Jersey is to be the site of the 2014 Special Olympics. The games will feature over 3,500 athletes competing for 2 parking spots.
Meet anybody, any heroes of yours, meet any big celebrities?
Yeah, I met Larry Flint. He's not my hero, but he's a guy. He's a famous guy.
Sure, he's famous. He's well known.
Yeah, I enjoy meeting famous guys,
sure.
You know. And he came out, he's in a wheelchair, and he talks like this. He goes, "Wah, wah." But he was, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No, I know.
He was shot. So Larry Flint was there, right? So afterwards, I went up to Larry Flint, and I'm very uncomfortable around anyone's in a wheelchair.
Right.
Or any sick person.
You're worried about it. You don't know what to say. You don't know if to address it or not.
Yeah, and I'm worried about my own mortality.
You think it's almost infectious?
Yes, I really do believe that they don't tell you how many contagious things there are. He said, because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus Larry. You were in the movie! The People versus, it was a famous movie and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versing him.
Okay.
So he said to me, hey, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So I got close up to him, which you have to do with these fellas, and I said, "Hi, Larry," and he said, "Hi." So I said, "No, of course." I just agreed with him. Anyways, he said to me, he said, "Whenever you're out in California, come on over, I'll take care of you." No, but this is what he said to me, Conan. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "when you're in Los Angeles, you know," I told him I was coming to Los Angeles. He goes, "When you're in Los Angeles," he goes, "look me up." He goes, "I'll take care of you."
Whenever people say that, you think, like, that means nothing, but coming from him.
Now, my Uncle Basil, if he said, "Hey, anytime you're in the Ottawa Valley, come on over, I'll take care of you," that would mean he would make me a nice mincemeat pie, you know, and Aunt Ida would play on the piano, and it'd be a heck of a thing. But when Larry Flint says, "I'll take care of you," I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
But he's a wonderful guy. Like if my Uncle Phil told me that from Minneapolis,
yeah,
I'd think if he went, "Hey, I'll take care of you when you come to Minneapolis," that means like I'll make you a nice chicken pot pie. You know? But Larry Flint, that means, you know, I'll get you a couple of hot, dirty broads, you know, and then while you're having sex with them, I'll come into my wheelchair. You know? Who knows what it means?
Okay.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems, but I still try.
I think the supplementary edition of a masturbating, voyeuristic, bewheeled Larry Flint is that's conjecture. But I think what is reasonable, Norm, is that him saying, "I'll take care of you," because if it was like a man that ran like a vegetable store, "I'll take care of you," you might think that you were going to get some beets, some juices. I don't think you'd be paying for the pornography. I think a friendship with Larry is a portal to pornography.
Oh, absolutely.
I see. You know, they edit it and they put it together and they ask you questions that maybe you don't want to answer.
Right.
And they put things together that you're saying, and you know, I'm a fucking dumb guy. I get confused and shit. So they were asking me about a whole bunch of things at the same time.
Well, they were asking you about Louis C.K.
Yes.
and Roseanne. Now,
Yes.
Roseanne was someone who gave you one of your first breaks in
My
show
very
business.
first job, yes.
You were actually writing
I
on
love
Roseanne.
yes.
And Louis is a friend of yours.
Louis is, you know, the greatest comic there is. Yeah.
And in the defense of them, somehow you got to this point where you said,
Well,
hey,
it wasn't really a defense of them. They asked me, what do you think of Roseanne, you know, and what she did, and how she's doing. That's what they asked.
yes,
Because I've been in touch with her.
yeah,
So the day it happened, I phoned Roseanne, because I know Roseanne, and she was crying, and she was so, you know,
upset.
upset and heartbroken. You know, I felt so bad. And so I said, I don't know what to say to you, Roseanne, because I've never been through this, you know? And I said, let me ask a friend of mine that's been through this. And I was talking about Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Now, Roseanne had been really hard on Louis C.K.
Yes, when he was in his controversy, she blasted his
and this
ass.
was before he got, you know, written up.
Yeah.
She said, she named him. She said, fucking Louis C.K. is doing a lot of bad things. So,
so you had the idea that they should talk to one another.
Louis did. I talked to Louis, and I said, I was worried about Roseanne. Because I talked to her for 2 hours in a row. I was just crying the whole time. And I was like, I'm kind of worried about Roseanne. You know, she's not the strongest person mentally.
Right.
And Louis said, I think...
real bad sexual abuse.
I do too, Howard.
Rape, everything.
Yes.
And they go
destroys
through...
their
It destroys their life. They're never the same.
Oh, of course not.
Their whole bodies shake at the thought of it. Some of them even black out when they think about this thing. It's horrible. So
I know that. And of course, you know, you'd have to have Down syndrome.
Not to know that.
My new word.
Down syndrome. Right. That's a good word.
You'd have to have Down syndrome to not feel sorry for, you know, of course, Me Too is what you want for your daughters. You know what I mean? And you want that to be the future world, of course.
Right.
And I meet all kinds of women that have the terrible stories, you know, about what's happened to them. But I wasn't talking about the victims. I was talking about, they asked me about Roseanne. They asked me about Chris Hardwick. They asked me about Louis. And I told them, you know, like if someone murders someone, you know, and goes to jail, right? And then he gets out of jail after 10 years. And you go, I'm going to give this guy a job washing dishes because he's done his penance.
Right.
Nobody goes, well, what about the people he murdered? Well, of course, they had it off worse, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the murderer. Give him a dishwasher job, you know?
So do you think that the writer somehow merged all of these thoughts into one thing? Or do you feel you were quoted inaccurately? Or do you feel like you were treated fairly?
Well, I don't know. The original writer was for The Hollywood Reporter.
Right.
And he wrote it. And that wasn't the headline.
Right.
And so I don't know if he even noticed or anything. And then another place called Vulture, which is a WW computer.
Yeah.
They wrote, Norm MacDonald defends Louis Anderson.
Louis C.K. Louis C.K. You can't defend Louis Anderson. What did he do?
I defend, it says, you know, in the headline, Norm MacDonald defends Louis C.K. and Roseanne Barr. And I never defended them, you know?
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
Norm MacDonald has become a huge hot topic over his comments about Roseanne and Louis C.K. and the Me Too movement. And it led to The Tonight Show, you know, saying that we're going to cancel the appearance, but we wanted him to come and clear the air. So please welcome Norm MacDonald. You took a lot of flack for saying in the art of, for some things that you said in The Hollywood Reporter, saying that you were kind of glad that the Me Too movement has slowed down, and we don't really know you as a guy who, you know, really comments on very much that's gone out. So what were you trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, I was, you know, print reporters, they ask you questions and then put them all together. What I was talking about was Chris Hardwick, this particular comedian.
Right.
That was a friend of mine. And, you know, if 500 women go against a man, obviously the guy's guilty. But then the Chris Hardwick one, it was one woman against one man.
Right.
You know, so I was saying that I thought it was good that the pendulum was swung, and Chris Hardwick has been as rehabilitated as he's going to get. He still tells me he can't walk down the street without people yelling stuff at him.
Yeah.
But that's all I was trying to say.
Okay. Well, you know, you do raise valid questions about, like, due process and, you know, verification of what went on. I think that we would agree with that, you know, that you have to back it up somewhat. But when you kind of lose me when you imply that the hardship that your friend Louis C.K. is a friend of mine, too, really. I know him a long time. That the hardship that he went through is equal to the hardship that the victims went through.
Right.
That doesn't compute.
No, it's not
Can
true.
you explain yourself a little there?
Yeah, that's not what I was saying. When this happened, I was working for Roseanne when Roseanne's thing went down, and I called her the next day, and she was crying the whole time I was talking to her. Right. I've known Roseanne for a while, and I was worried about her because she seemed really, really in a bad place. And I said, I can't really talk to you about this because I've never been through anything like this. And I said, I know Louis, and he's been through this, where he's had everything taken from him.
Right.
And I said, not many of us have gone through this, and so you should talk to each other because and then the guy said, what about the victims? And I said, well, the victims haven't gone through this. I was talking about this particular event. Of course, the victims have gone through worse than that. But I'm going to get a victim to phone Roseanne?
No, but that's a good clarification.
And that's why it's so important to be able to clarify and to be able to explain, because at the heart of it, I think we are forgiving people. We jump very quickly today, but I do think that we like to forgive. You went on the Howard Stern show yesterday to apologize, and you ended up making it worse because you said you'd have to have Down syndrome not to feel sorry for the victims.
Yes.
Do you regret saying that?
You just keep on getting into trouble, Norm MacDonald.
It's always bad when you have to apologize for
the apology.
An apology.
Do you lose it when you're on Howard? Is that what happens, Joe?
Well, there is a thing on Howard where there's a recklessness in the studio, and you know, there used to be a word we would all say to mean stupid that we don't say anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know the word I'm talking about? Yes. And stupidly, I was about to say that word,
And you put this.
and I stopped and said, "What's the right word to say?" And then I said a different word that was equally.
Yeah.
Did you realize in that
offensive.
moment that probably
I
offended a lot of
realized
people?
at that moment that I'd done something unforgivable.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you know, it's like things spill out sometimes, and it's just difficult. You also you're friends with Roseanne. She gave you your first job, I
Yes,
understand.
it was my first job.
And so you put her together with
Louis.
With
C.K.
Yeah, because I was really concerned about Roseanne, and you know, I don't want someone to end up killing themselves or anything.
Of course not.
Yeah, so.
Don't you think Louis, do you say that you think they deserve a comeback? Now, I was saying yesterday that Louis performed at Comedy Cellar, and what he didn't talk about these allegations in his set, which I would have thought that he would have done. Don't you? I mean, so if he wants to have a comeback, he needs to, like, address it directly, I think, as a comedian. So where's Roseanne's coming back?
Geez, I don't know if Roseanne could ever come back.
Are you worried to speak now because of the backlash that you've received this week? Now are you thinking twice before everything gets out of your mouth?
He always
Seems that way.
This is how he's a slow talker.
He's a talks like that.
But I think just in general,
talkers
I
of
think in
America.
general we all have to think very carefully about the words that come out of our mouth, because you risk offending somebody or a number of people.
Right,
Well,
right.
Joy's often said that PC, political correctness, is killing comedy.
It is killing comedy.
Do you
to a
agree
large
with that?
extent.
Yes,
Even
I
in
agree
the clubs
with that.
where it's a
because-
small group.
Well,
You know,
as long as there's a
often people will come and say, you know, some guy said a joke and you're asked to defend it, and the joke is always horrible. Like, it's the worst joke you've ever heard.
Yeah.
And you're in this position where you have to defend a terrible joke on free speech, you know. But I always, like, reporters always ask you, like, what's offensive? Is anything over the line? And I personally think almost everything is over the line.
They like you to be edgy, and then when you are, you get hurt for it.
Right.
But you know, comedians.
But I will say
yeah.
the remark I made about people with Down syndrome was just a terrible, terrible thing for me to say.
We agree.
Well, all of this is happening.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
and we also, you know, we've all stepped in it as comics.
Yeah.
We all have stepped in it as comics.
and as lawyers and as journalists.
Maybe, but not quite the same way.
Not quite the same. But
Yeah.
let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Whoop. You know, your appearance on Jimmy Fallon was canceled. And he said that his staffers were actually crying about the comments that you made. Were you surprised at that reaction?
Weren't they crying that you were there? They were crying that he was there.
That you were even there. Have you been surprised by this reaction?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, I have been surprised because, you know, I never did anything. I mean, I spoke, but I mean, I don't want to be tossed in with people that actually did, not crimes, but sins, or, you know, I barely have consensual sex. Bahrain.
I'll go for that.
There you go. That's $11.50.
No, perhaps you misunderstood me. I wish to cancel my original order of the martini and 2 olives and go for just the plain cranberry juice by itself for the $3. And I apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you.
Perhaps you don't understand. If you don't pay me now, I'm going to take this swizzle stick and I'll be shoving that right up your pee hole.
Annual Blockbuster Entertainment Awards. Now, we're here tonight to honor your favorite stars in movies and music, because these awards are voted on by you, the people who don't see the movie in the movie theater. That's right, you the people who wait until it comes out on video.
You cheap bastard. This year you cast more than 25 million votes in over 50 categories on the internet and in more than 4,000 Blockbuster stores worldwide. The only people not allowed to vote were those who actually went inside a movie theater. Joke's getting a little old at this point.
We did all right. We're doing okay, though. After following Ricky Martin, that's tough, you know. Okay. Let's get to the first award. Now, teen movies are huge these days, Norm. Teens rule.
Oh, my God, yes. A lot of work for teens today, which is great for Rob and I, since we're both in our 30s.
Mid-30s. Okay, we're here to present the award for favorite actor in a comedy.
Yes, and just before we begin, let me remind you that there are no losers here tonight, except for the people who were nominated in the category and then don't win.
Other than that, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. So the nominees are...
During the day, I hit the streets with a sandwich board and try to get people out. And I was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Denver, sure.
And the guy says, "You're doing a show here." I said, "Yeah, where? The big auditorium." He goes, "How do you get to play the big auditorium?" I said, "I'll tell you. It's not just me. It's David Spade will be there, and Nick Schwartzen too." Well, by God, the fella said, from the Sandler movies, they're fantastic. I'd pay anything. It's just I don't have much money. I'm down on my luck. I says, "I can get you tickets. I can get you tickets, sir." He goes, "It'd be a dream of a lifetime." I said, "Well, if you think that's a dream, wait till you hear this. Adam Sandler will be there himself." My God, the guy said, "I'll bring me and my wife too. Is that all right?" I said, "Sure. I'll get you 2 tickets." He says, "What time's the show?" I said, it's at 8 o'clock. I said, also, Rob Schneider's there. He said, 8 o'clock's not good. That's when the news is on.
Now, Ben, Howard, you guys have been in a monogamous homosexual relationship for 3 years. You seem to have a lot in common. You have a lot of mutual friends. You seem to have a lot of the same interests. So why don't you tell me what's going on?
Well, Howard's a great guy, and I love him, and I think you're right. We do have a lot of mutual friends, and we have a lot of the same interests.
So what seems to be the problem?
Well, the problem is that every time I go to sleep, he fucks me in the ass.
And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel bad. Every time I go to sleep, he fucks me in the ass.
Howard, are you hearing what Ben is saying?
Yes, I am.
And how do you feel about what Ben is saying?
I feel bad.
Ben, do you hear what Howard is saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about what Howard just said?
Well, he said he feels bad, but he's not the one getting fucked in the ass every night.
Okay, we're not here to blame the other person. We're here to talk about our feelings.
Well, my feeling is every night he fucks me in the ass.
And you don't like that?
No.
And how about you, Howard? Would you like it if you were sleeping and Ben fucked you in the ass?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, good. You see, we fall in love with a romanticized version of our partner. And then one day, we wake up with a real person.
I wake up with his dick in my ass.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
Okay, when we have disagreements, we each have to assess how much of it is our own fault.
Okay, well, I guess my fault is that I can't stay awake all night to watch him and make sure he doesn't fuck my ass.
I'm sorry.
You say that now because I'm awake.
That's not true.
Come on, as soon as I fall asleep, you'll be fucking me in the ass again.
That's not fair.
You said it.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you these pads, and I want you to each write down what it is you guys want out of this relationship, individually and as a couple.
I want him not to fuck me in the ass.
Silently. Please write silently.
Tonight, Dennis Miller's taking a lavish vacation, as is his wont, so we turn to another Saturday Night Live alum for words of wisdom this evening. Joining us now from Los Angeles, man about town, Norm MacDonald. Good to see you, Norm. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Oh, Happy New Year. I hope you had a Merry Christmas.
We had a great Christmas, and we were saying Merry Christmas quite often. And
yeah, in L.A., there I mean, I know you've maybe won the culture war, but in L.A., it's still a little secular progressive. I had carolers come to my house, and I have a feeling they may have been atheists because of some of the carols they sang. Like they sang, "Nothing Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen," and
Hark the Herald Johnson sings.
Yeah, they couldn't get the God in there, you know. And that's the age we live in, that there are certain parts of the country that just not going to get into the Christmas spirit. Now, are you a Democrat?
I love Christmas. I don't like to say I'm a Democrat or a Republican because I don't subscribe to either. You know, like I'm very pro-life, but I'm against the death penalty, so I don't know what you'd call that.
Well, pro-life means that you want people to live, and if you're against a death penalty, that's consistent. But so you're an independent like I am. You want the best person in. Has anybody?
I would vote for the person.
Has anybody impressed you so far? Any of the presidential candidates impressed you so far?
Yeah, I love John McCain. He was my favorite 8 years ago. But even 8 years ago, he was the old guy back then, so I don't know. I don't know how he's going to fare.
But he's spry. You know, he's elderly, but he's spry. You know, I mean, I think he's got more energy than Fred Thompson, who's not quite as old as he is.
Yeah, no, Fred Thompson looks like he's always falling asleep. But I do think that if the surge continues to be successful, it is possible that if McCain gets the nomination, that he could actually win.
I think that any of these guys could win at this point because it's so fluid. And if you take Iraq, as you pointed out, off the table, you take that away, then the ideologues, their influence diminishes, and people will have to evaluate which candidate has the best plan. Now, Hillary Clinton, obviously a lightning rod. The Hollywood community is what, 80%? Liberal, and they're kind of split between Hillary and Obama. How do you see this? You're out there, you schmooze with these people.
Well, I've watched Hillary on the campaign trail, and I must say she has some image change or something. She looks to me much more lifelike. And also ladylike. She almost seems like a live lady now.
Well, they've softened her image. You know, because she was coming across as a little Margaret Thatcher-ish. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do what I say or I'll kick your butt. And now they're trying to say, do what I say or somebody else will kick your butt. Not me, because I don't want to get my hair messed up. But the Obama-Hillary Hollywood conflict, see, they're all liberal, but they just don't know which way to go out there. And I feel their pain, don't you?
Yeah, I know Obama is... This guy's like a freight train, and now that Dennis Kucinich has said that he might throw his support, man, he's going to be unstoppable with that.
That's right. So that's at least six or seven votes that Sean Penn.
That's the equivalent of me throwing my delegates behind him.
Now, when you
I think Kucinich is just barely above Ahmadinejad on the polls right now.
Yeah, Kucinich and Ahmadinejad are running neck and neck, and but we like Kucinich. No matter what you think about his politics, he's a stand-up guy. Now, Miller loves Giuliani. Miller is like Giuliani guy. What do you think about the mayor?
Well, he's pro-choice, which is a little bit of a problem with me, but I remember when I was in New York, and my God, he changed that city around like crazy. He did such a great job. And I remember like my friends complaining, they were like, oh, Times Square, you know, it lost all its character. But I lived in New York during that time, and Times Square was just prostitutes and junkies and serial killers prowling arcade. I mean, there was, you know, it wasn't character. It wasn't like...
That's the liberal platform.
Exactly
they like that
Junction.
Stuff. It wasn't Petticoat Junction. That's secular progressive heaven you just described there, Norm. That's what they want. Come on. Yeah. It's diversity, man. It's diversity.
Peep
Norm
shows
MacDonald,
on
everybody.
demand.
Yeah, that's right. Norm MacDonald. Thanks for filling in for Miller. We appreciate it. Happy New Year to you, Norm. When we...
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
Norm MacDonald, whose new program, A Minute with Stan Hooper, debuts on Fox tomorrow at 8:30. Up against the Factor, man. I don't know.
I know. It's not easy.
So we want them to tape Stan Hooper and watch the Factor.
I was going to mention earlier, because I know this is a no-spin zone.
You bet.
And in the Kozlowski thing, I saw a little bit of spinning. Little bit. And I'd like to say I was also a shareholder of Tyco. And I did get invited to the party in Sardinia.
You did?
Yeah, and you didn't miss anything.
That guy with the giant wings made a clumsy pass at me over by the ice sculpture.
I thought you might have been the sculpture there for a minute.
What
but, I know. Now, you were at Saturday Night Live, okay?
Yes, sir.
It was a good gig for you, a weekend update and all of that.
Yeah.
Then you did the Norm show.
Yes, sir.
I never got to see the Norm show.
I never watched it either.
No, no one did.
No,
and it was gone.
It was gone. You know what an interesting thing is? That even if no one watches a show,
right,
it still gets ratings like 1 million people watch the show because people just don't turn their TVs off.
Is that right? So if there's nobody in the room, it still clicks in. I guess that's what's happening in CNN. I don't know. But anyway, this show, how do you get 2 shots? Because most people don't get any shots. You know how many comedians are out in L.A. Trying to troll to get a show. And this is another show starring you. How'd you do it?
I think pure raw talent.
Yeah, they just saw it in you. Huh?
Yeah, there's no substitute for that.
They had to have you. Fox demanded Norm MacDonald.
Exactly.
Get him. How much control you have over this vehicle? Romano controls his show.
Romano?
Ray Romano.
Oh, Ray Romano,
right.
of course.
You know, right.
I know him.
Not as talented as you, but he's coming on.
He's coming on.
How much control you got over the show?
Well, I got a lot of control over it. I don't rehearse, so I write all week.
Do you write?
Yeah.
You write the show. How many other writers with you?
5, and they're a crack staff.
All right, so the show's going to have an edge because that's what kind of stuff you do.
No, it's not going to have an edge.
No, it's just going to be a bland kind of an Ozzie and Harriet ripoff?
No, sir, it's going to be a Green Acres ripoff.
I can just see you in the overalls.
Yeah.
You play a commentator on television.
I play a commentator.
I hate those guys.
Yeah. I don't care for him either. I play a guy that works in New York. You understand? And he does his minute every week. Like
Andy Rooney.
Not Andy Rooney. He's not a humorist. He extols the virtues of small town life, like Mr. Charles Osgood.
Oh.
And but he's very disconnected. He goes to parties at William Paley's house.
You look a little like Osgood. Run that picture back. Can you put it next to Norm's face? Yeah, I can. That's you in 8 years after you work for Fox. That's how you're going to age. Okay. Believe me, I've been here 7 years. That's how you age.
I don't look like that. I'm trying to look like that.
So you moved to a small town in Wisconsin, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that's going to be funny. I'm going to be amused by that.
I'm not going to spin you. No, you're not going to care for it at all.
All right, now, you hit it big, and then you get the residuals and all of that, the Simpson money rolling in.
Yeah.
You don't hit it big, you care?
Well, first of all, I believe the actors in The Simpsons, I don't think Bart got 1 penny of that.
No, but the guy who did his voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I get a lot of money after that.
Do you?
But I'm not in it for the money.
What are you in it for?
The money. I am in it for the money.
I know you are.
I was going to spin.
Yeah, no, you can't. This is the no-spin zone.
I know. I keep forgetting.
You can use that in Stan Hooper if you want.
The no-spin?
Yeah, you can use that kind of stuff, and I won't demand any money.
Okay, cool.
Saturday Night Live, do you watch anymore?
Yes, sir, I do.
You do? Is it as good now as when you were there?
No.
Well, because you're not there.
Basically, because I'm not there.
Right. But you do watch it.
Yeah, I watch it.
Because I've lost kind of contact with it. I mean, I think it's maybe a generational thing.
It is a generational thing. I'm 61 years old, young. I say 61 years.
Right.
I say 61 years experienced. And when I watch the show, I don't even know what they're doing parodies of, because they're doing parodies of like MTV shows that.
Yeah, I mean they're Jewel. They're making fun of, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here. Yeah. When you do this Fox show, if it is successful, are you going to change?
Am I going to change?
Yeah. Are you going to be the same guy you are now, the humble guy?
I'm going to be the same dirty son of a bitch as I am now.
Right. Thank you. This is live tonight. We appreciate it.
Well, that's not swearing.
No, of course not. No, that's just
I think
Fox.
That's part of the.
That's Fox. We're going to see that in Stan Hooper, aren't we?
No, we're not going to use such language.
Right. Norm MacDonald, good luck with the show.
In Duluth, Minnesota, authorities suspect arson was to blame for a fire that destroyed a mobile home and killed 73 cats. The chief suspect so far, this dog. Dogs don't care for cats much, you know. How could they not know that? This week, Disney released a new CD featuring a rapping Mickey Mouse. To avoid controversy, the CD will not include the controversial hit single, Cat Killer. And in a related story, this week marked the 5,000th performance of the Broadway musical Cats. It also marked the 5,000th time a guy turned to his wife and said, "What the hell is this?" You know, cat ladies, they're so crazy, they're always thought to be crazy. You know who's even crazier? Snake ladies.
Oh, yeah.
They have all the
Absolutely.
This is so your style right here.
What?
The writers, whoever they are, they're writing. They know how to write for you. Just read this one.
Cats and paraplegics have a lot in common. For starters, neither appreciates going into your pool.
No, you didn't read it right. Neither appreciates being tossed in your neighbor's pool.
Yeah, they deserve a raise.
Know that in this day nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
Am I able to have a good time? My cat just had a heart attack.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he had a heart. You ever hear such a crazy thing?
No, I didn't know they got things like that.
Yeah, they get heart attacks. So I got it off Steve Corrin, this writer up at
Sure,
Saturday Night
I know
Live.
him, yeah.
Yeah, so he gives me his cat. Turns out it's some kind of a defective cat, you know? So he's a nice cat, and everything, I'm getting along with him. I come back to my apartment last week. The cat's like foaming at the mouth. He's shaking like this. He's foam coming out. So I didn't want to get near it. I thought maybe he'd, you know, who knows? He was delirious. Maybe he'd think I'm a mouse. So I said, I didn't want to get near him. So I phoned 911. You know, I panicked. I phoned 911.
Right.
Which it turns out it's just for people. I didn't know that.
Didn't know either.
They got mad, man. They said they would have me arrested if I phoned back.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, you know, I love this cat. It's a good cat. So I took him down. I got him in a cab, and I took him down to the hospital, the animal hospital. And the guy tells me, my cat had a heart attack. He takes him away. He says, oh, yeah, he had cardiac arrest and stuff. And he started asking me questions about, like, he says, I said, what would cause that? He goes, you know, diet, stress.
Stress?
Yeah. Well, he had a big promotion coming up. So, and then he let me visit the cat. He says, you can visit the cat, you know. There's visiting hours. I go, all right. So you go in this room, and then they bring the cat in a cage. He's all drugged up. And then they put the cat, like, on a bed. And then the guy goes, okay, we'll be back in a half an hour. You have half an hour, you know? So I'm with the cat, like, for half an hour. So after 5 minutes, you know, I figured, I got a life to get back to. You know, it's a cat. So we go out, and so afterwards he told me he had a lot of, he said he could have an operation, which was like $4,000, which, you know, I could buy like 100 cats for that, you know? But then I figured, what the hell would I do with 100 cats?
Right. So you got the cat. You sprung for the operation.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, there was another thing where he's on medication. You know, and I have him on medication. I have this medication. And he said there was some good news and bad news. He said the bad news was the cat only has like a 20% chance of survival. But he says the good news is it's just a cat.
He's a bad doctor. He's a bad doctor, too.
My phone. But I'll tell you, man, you got, especially when elections are around, you got to have a lot of, and you're a comedian, they expect you to know things nowadays. You know what I mean? It didn't used to be like that. Like during the Vietnam War, they wouldn't go, wonder what Red Skeleton thinks on this. But nowadays, like I've heard, they go, a comedian is the modern day philosopher, you know? Which, first of all, it always makes me feel sad for the actual modern-day philosophers who exist, you know. They're working, trying to come up with their philosophy, you know, and they go, God damn, you ever hear of this nightclub comic? He's doing some very good work on tautologism, or what the hell you say.
I hate fake humility. The idea of like somebody being good for the cause or the resistance or whatever. First of all, that's meaningless. The fucking you know, you got to go back and look at all that Norm MacDonald shit. You know that interview Norm MacDonald did where he was like, oh, yeah, everybody thought Hitler was hilarious prior to him running to power, you know, or like getting into power. There was comics about him, and everyone thought he was a big joke, and then he did the Holocaust. So there goes your notion of comedy being powerful.
Yeah, that's
like,
the one where he's like,
Norm rules.
If you tell me one,
right.
if you tell me one socially relevant joke that's funny, I'll give you $1 million.
Norm fucking rocks.
And they're like, what about all this identity-based comedy like Aziz and Amy Schumer? He's like, yeah, everyone expects comedians to be modern-day philosophers, which I think is really insulting to modern-day philosophers.
Yeah. People go to school, study philosophy.
He's like, you're not a philosopher because you try to fuck waitresses.
Yeah. I know, man. Norm
So
fucking
good.
rocks.
He's the best.
Try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fit poison my.
There was a thing I read about Woody Allen, and he went on the stage, and a lot of the people did much better than him, and he was upset, and his manager said, no, it's what you leave on the stage. That was his remark upon Woody Allen. And so I always thought, well, a guy like Andrew Dice Clay would destroy, you know, and have me hitting the wall, as you say, but then afterwards maybe you'd feel a little queasy. Whereas you kill, and then you leave something nice on the stage. You know, it's one thing to make people laugh, it's another to make people smile.
Wow. But I wonder if people, like you say, you don't like people who are not hardworking. I wonder, are there people who worked as hard as Steve did and does?
I was thinking when I said it that there's an exception. I know we're both admirers of Norm MacDonald, and he seems sometimes like someone who has something. It's his cadence. It's the way he talks. I don't know if he's a hardworking comic. But God, he makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. And his cadence, something is just wrong about it, you know?
But I love Norm, and my guess is, what I know of Norm is that he may not be working hard.
No.
But what he has is the same result as somebody who's worked hard.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, again, enviable, admirable. But God, he makes me laugh. And I happened across some of his time on Weekend Update.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you watch it now, you realize Norm just didn't care if it got a laugh.
No. And he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't care. And he had a joke. I think Downey wrote the joke. It was during the OJ trial. And there's a picture of Johnny Cochran holding up the knit cap with OJ sitting next to him. And God, no one could do this but Norm. Norm said, a little bit of a wrinkle for OJ in the trial today. Johnny Cochran stood up and held the knit cap that was found at the scene of the double murders when OJ jumped up and said, hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap. Who else could do that?
Right.
And he doesn't. And if it got nothing, he would stare.
Yeah.
And tell you your problem.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the best. Dark but fantastic,
right.
and also no one could do it but him.
No, that's what I was going to say. I would, if somebody had pitched that joke to me at the height of the OJ trial,
Yeah.
I would have laughed and not done it. Would
Yes.
you have done that joke?
No, I would not have done that.
Yeah.
I would have been queasy and it's tragedy and it was theater of some kind, theater of the absurd.
But the delivery, the persona, and the material, it's
perfect,
powerful. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of entertaining celebrities, but Norm MacDonald used to come on our show in the early days, and those were, I thought, great television because we never knew it was happening, and it was always teetering on the edge of it was all about to blow up. It's all about to fail, and it would always end brilliantly. And then he stopped coming around, and it was just a period that passed. And I was always sad about that because I thought we're a very celebrity-conscious age, and people always think that the best guests are the biggest celebrities. Sometimes, the best guests are these people that you have a weird connection with, and
it's compelling television. People see and they talk to me about it later on. Like I'll be out in the world walking around and people will say, I saw that when when you were with Harlan or when you were with Norm or with Will Arnett. That got wild and crazy in a way that they don't see on television now.
Have you, over the years, who are some of the people who have been your go-to people? That I just remember Dave in his early years had Terry Garr and he had Sandra Bernhard.
Yes.
And they were kind of magic together. Who are your...
I had so many people. Norm MacDonald was this person who would come... you all know Norm MacDonald, but Norm MacDonald, when we'd have him on in the early days, to this day, I've never interviewed anybody like Norm MacDonald.
Who was the best guest that you've ever interviewed, and who was the worst?
I love Will Ferrell. I also love Norm MacDonald because he comes on and his stories are all invented. None of them are real. They're all old farmers' daughters jokes. And he pretends he'll come on. I'll say, "What's up, Norm?" He'd be like, the other day I was walking down the road and a pirate comes up to, I'm like, "What?" Yeah, a pirate comes along and he's got 3 pigs with him. One of them is wearing a hat, one's got a pipe, and then it's just a complete waste of everybody's time that's absolutely delightful and hilarious. And so I love him.
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm MacDonald.
Yes.
This might go off the rails really fast.
I
type
mean,
of guys.
yeah. I mean, Norm MacDonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that Norm MacDonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, "Hey, Bill, tell me, well, and remember I was living in Chestnut Hill once," and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Norm, what are you up to?" And I mean, really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, "Well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that I purchased a farm, Conan." I'd be like, "Really? You purchased a..." Yeah, I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters. And I'm like, "You have 3 daughters?" "Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, kind of, well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly." And I'd be like, "Well, one day, this traveling salesman comes to the farm, and he says, now, Norm, I tell you. And then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah.
But
but about halfway through where it's going.
I mean, I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually?
You know what?
We could just queue it up on command.
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw You saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, that around the world that will say, "Oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne Smith." And I'll think, that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now.
Well, a study this week reports seafood is good for you unless it's fried. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A new study says that people who quit smoking have healthier lungs. Yet another groundbreaking story from the pages of the medical journal, Duh. A person who suffers 2 sharp, powerful blows to the head within a short period of time can suffer brain damage or even die. This, according to a new study in the medical journal, Duh.
Ow! Ow! My leg!
You all right? What the fuck, man?
The snake's out. The snake, Michelle, come get the snake.
The snake bit me.
All right, hold
My calf is all purple,
I'm looking
and I
at it now.
have 2 red puncture marks on it.
Yeah, it's probably from where the snake bit you.
That's probably from where the snake bit me?
Yeah.
Duh. Duh. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
You remember earlier when you said that's probably from where the snake bit me? Duh.
It's not helping. It's important, it says here, it's important to remain calm and you need to get your heart rate down. Let's check your pulse.
So you're telling me that I have 9 minutes to live because snake venom is coursing through my heart. And at the same time, you're telling me this would be a good time to remain calm.
Yeah.
Duh. Is there any cure for this?
I gotta suck out the venom.
Okay, let's do it. Fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth load. Ah, fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt. You fucking whore. Ah!
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helber. You fucking sit down.
This man began his television stand-up debut with us 25 years ago.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Very talented actor. Nobody funnier. Ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald.
Do you watch your own show?
No, sir.
Well, you have. I've talked to people, I've watched it, and I've talked to other people who find it compelling. You can't take your eyes off. So
well,
there,
imagine if
whatever
you
it
were
is you're making up, whatever qualities you're fabricating here, you yourself possess them.
But imagine if you were doing it. And you
well, imagine if you were doing it.
Well,
we always worry a little about you because we regard you as the top of the heap, the best of the best, the funniest of the funny, the guy who has it in every fiber of his being, not conjured. It's the real thing. So you do it.
I just want to write. I just want to write books. But I'd like to watch you with a big desk.
I'm tired of talking, Mark.
Okay, now it's going to turn into Norm show.
So you're the one who saw that.
I had to watch it.
I love Norm. God, geez. I don't know what happened to that show. I remember saying to Ted Sarandos, after all of Norm's shows had been produced, I said, boy, I think you guys really got something here. Apparently not. But I loved it. The element that I always admired was the connection to the audience. And his asides and his looks and his pauses were interpreted exactly the way he knew they would be interpreted.
Mm-hmm.
And that fueled the ridiculous nature of some of the presentation. And without that audience, you don't get the full measure of
That's
Norm.
right. Yeah.
It was like the audience was his partner. Everybody was in this together. I can remember reading his autobiography and enjoying it, but being greatly disappointed about 10 pages in when I realized it was all fantasy. I want to know about Norm's life, but this was other solar system.
Something in him that's unbelievably fearless.
What you're describing there, when I would watch those segments, they were delightful. There was something more exciting and interesting about the silence and Norm's joy at having landed the dud.
And holding his smile.
It was thrilling. It was heroic.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. Oh, I wish that it would come around. No.
But I wonder if people, like you say, you don't like people who are not hardworking. I wonder, are there people who work and worked as hard as Steve did and does?
I was thinking when I said it that there's an exception. I know we're both admirers of Norm MacDonald, and he seems sometimes like someone who has something. It's his cadence. It's the way he talks. I don't know if he's a hardworking comic, but God, he makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And his cadence, something is just wrong about it, you know?
But I love Norm, and my guess is, what I know of Norm is that he may not be working hard.
No.
But what he has is the same result as somebody who's worked hard.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, again, enviable, admirable. But God, he makes me laugh. And I happened across some of his time on Weekend Update.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you watch it now, you realize Norm just didn't care if it got a laugh.
No. And he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't care. And he had a joke. I think Downey wrote the joke. It was during the OJ trial. And there's a picture of Johnny Cochran holding up the knit cap with OJ sitting next to him. And God, no one could do this but Norm. Norm said, a little bit of a wrinkle for OJ in the trial today. Johnny Cochran stood up and held the knit cap that was found at the scene of the double murders when OJ jumped up and said, "Hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap." Who else could do that?
Right.
And he doesn't. And if it got nothing, he would stare.
Yeah.
And tell you your problem.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the best. Dark but fantastic,
Right.
and also no one could do it but him.
No, that's what I was going to say. I would, if somebody had pitched that joke to me at the height of the OJ trial, I would have laughed and not done it. Would
Yes.
you have done that joke?
No, I would not have done that.
Yeah.
I would have been queasy and it's tragedy and it was theater of some kind, theater of the absurd.
But the delivery, the persona, and the material, it's
perfect.
Powerful. Yes.
In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves.
dead,
He
yeah.
died, but how
You
are they
know
going to
who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
Jonathan Winters is a brilliant, improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Marty Frickert, as an old lady, and he'd go, hello there. He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it. Even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well-known. All right, that's fine.
You know what they always say? Speak ill of the dead. You know that old fucking, that old saw? God damn.
It's been a couple years, just let it go.
It's just been less
Doesn't
than
matter.
that. But anyways, Joyce Brothers. Yeah. Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking whore.
Jesus.
No, she was a nice lady.
It's hard to believe that the entire cast of Saved by the Bell is now dead.
It's hard to believe that. Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The curse of the Doors. What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something.
Yeah. All my children star Matthew Callis has died at the age of 69. Oh. Or has he? Oh. David Brenner was the biggest comic ever to come out of Philadelphia.
Well, again,
and he just passed away, and we should talk about him.
Yeah, we should, but let me finish this sentence, and I don't even think David Brenner would mind if he's watching.
Sure. He's probably watching from, actually probably from down below, getting raped by the devil.
Well,
I mean, that guy had some sins that he died with, but whatever. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying David Brenner led a life that made Sodom and Gomorrah seem like Burbank.
Nice guy.
Let me as abacus
I want to
yesterday.
do this.
Jesus. Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
That was kind of
What are you,
racist.
Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead,
Have
but
a little
Mickey Rooney
respect.
did a very racist thing like you just did in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
Does Bob Barker still work there?
He's dead.
Bob Barker's dead?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, rest in
No,
peace.
he's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Drew Carey just took
Don't
over.
listen to
I
fucking
assumed he was.
Daniel.
Oh, God, he's not
on
dead.
Who's alive?
Bob
and
Barker
who's
is
dead.
not dead.
Last
I think
week,
he was
I
alive.
hope he's alive.
Daniel, we
Oh, my
wanted
God.
we wanted to book Jan Michael Vincent. The guy tells us he's dead. He's not dead at all. he's all clean like you guys. By the way, man, my condolences goes out to Hoffman, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman's still around.
I thought he died of a heroin.
No. Dustin's still with us. We're waiting for Rain Man 2.
Didn't he die of a heroin overdose?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Who's that?
A different actor.
I think Rain it's his Man?
Son. No relation. Believe it or not.
None?
No relation.
Who's Relic?
Well, good luck to you, Dustin. Man Graves are the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Is your father still alive?
No.
God damn,
Thanks
that's
a lot.
2 out of 3. He's dead too?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I like it.
Well, this Father's Day, your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
My father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people with fucking answer, they go like, "I'm so sorry," like it's closure.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves. Yeah, he died. But how are they
You
going to
know who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
Jonathan Winters is a brilliant, like, improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Maudie Frickert, as an old lady, and he'd go, "Hello there." He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it. Even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well-known. All right, that's fine.
You know what they always say? Speak ill of the dead. You know that old fucking, that old saw? God damn.
It's been a couple years. Just let
It's just been less doesn't matter. But anyways, Joyce Brothers.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but what a fucking whore.
Jesus.
No, she was a nice lady.
It's hard to believe that the entire cast of Saved by the Bell is now dead.
It's hard to believe that. Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The curse of the Doors. What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something.
Yeah. All my children star Matthew Cowles has died at the age of 69. Oh. Or has he? David Brenner was the biggest comic ever to come out of Philadelphia.
Well, again,
and he just passed away, and we should talk about him.
Yeah, we should, but let me finish this sentence, and I don't even think David Brenner would mind if he's watching.
Sure. He's probably watching from, actually probably from down below, getting raped by the devil.
Well,
I mean, that guy had some sins that he died with, but whatever. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying David Brenner led a life that made Sodom and Gomorrah.
Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves. Yeah, he died, but how are they going to close that casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
Jonathan Winters is brilliant, like improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Maudie Frickert, you know, as an old lady, and he'd go, "Hello there." He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it. Even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well-known. All right, that's fine.
You know what they always say? Speak ill of the dead. You know that old fucking, that old saw? God damn.
It's been a couple years, just let.
Yeah, it's just been less. Doesn't matter. But anyways, Joyce Brothers. Yeah. Well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but
deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves. Yeah, he died, but how are they going to close that casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
Jonathan Winters is brilliant, like improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Maudie Frickert, you know, as an old lady, and he'd go, "Hello there." He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it. Even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
I think it's a well. Deep throat porn legend Harry Reeves. Yeah, he died, but how are they going to close that casket? I mean, probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus a man died.
Yeah, a guy died.
How are they going to do it?
He was a real pioneer.
Jonathan Winters is brilliant, like improv guy, and he would dress up as this character, Maudie Frickert, you know, as an old lady, and he'd go, "Hello there." He did a voice, and Johnny Carson just stole it. Even the costume, everything. And then, so this guy couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be like if Jimmy Fallon took one of your bits.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
You can't do it anymore, yeah.
Robin Williams was notorious for it, right?
Well, listen.
And now, here's your host, the star of ABC's Norm MacDonald.
All right. Wow, this is exciting. Thank you, and welcome to the American Music Awards. This is exciting. I'm not actually in music, so let me introduce myself. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Norm MacDonald. For those of you not familiar with me, thank you very much. I am the biological child of Melissa Etheridge and Norm Crosby. So if you want to... Well, that's the big story in music news right now. Melissa Etheridge asked her friend David Crosby to be the biological father of her children. And you know, this was a new experience for David Crosby. Usually when David Crosby picks up a turkey baster, there's a turkey in the vicinity. That's right. He's a fat guy. But this is the 27th Annual American Music Award. It's the first American Music Award of the new millennium, and we're setting a... Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. And we're setting a big record here tonight. Three straight hours of ABC programming without Regis, so that's kind of exciting. You know? You know, before I did the show, I never realized how much work it took to put on a production like this. Check it out. They spent 2 months building all these incredible sets. They had to coordinate 14 live music acts. And most impressive of all, they had to find a seat filler for Jennifer Lopez. She's got a... What was that? Now, maybe you guys are right. Maybe she doesn't have a gigantic ass. I stand corrected. Well, it's been quite a year in music, though. Let's look back. A lot of classic songs have been covered this year, haven't they? Lenny Kravitz did American Woman. Dwight Yoakam did Crazy Little Thing Called Love. And Barry Manilow released an album entitled Manilow Sings Sinatra, and I'll tell you, it is a great CD, or as I like to call it, it is a great coaster. I like to throw my drinks on that. It's not a good CD at all. And you know, with everyone so obsessed with their careers nowadays in music, you know what I mean? Here's a kind of a nice story. Celine Dion is retiring from music to try to start a family, you know?
And now, here's your host, the star of ABC's Norm MacDonald.
Yeah. All right. Wow, this is exciting. Thank you, and welcome to the American Music Awards. This is exciting. I'm not actually in music, so let me introduce myself. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Norm MacDonald. For those of you not familiar with me, thank you very much. I am the biological child of Melissa Etheridge and Norm Crosby. So if you want to... Well, that's...
And now, here's your host, the star of ABC's Norm MacDonald.
Yeah. All right. Wow, this is exciting. Thank you, and welcome to the American Music Awards. This is exciting. I'm not actually in music, so let me introduce myself. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Norm MacDonald. For those of you not familiar with me, thank you very much. I am the biological child of Melissa Etheridge and Norm Crosby. So if you want to... Well, that's the big story in music news right now. Melissa Etheridge asked her friend David Crosby to be the biological father of her children. And you know, this was a new experience for David Crosby. Usually when David Crosby picks up a turkey baster, there's a turkey in the vicinity. That's right. He's a fat guy. But this is the 27th Annual American Music Award. It's the first American Music Award of the new millennium.
And now, here's your host, the star of ABC's Norm MacDonald.
Wow, this is exciting. Thank you, and welcome to the American Music Awards. This is exciting. I'm not actually in music, so let me introduce myself. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Norm MacDonald. For those of you not familiar with me, thank you very much. I am the biological child of Melissa Etheridge and Norm Crosby. So if you want to... Well, that's the big story in music news right now. Melissa Etheridge asked her friend David Crosby to be the biological father of her children. And you know, this was a new experience for David Crosby. Usually when David Crosby picks up a turkey baster, there's a turkey in the vicinity. That's right. He's a fat guy. But this is the 27th Annual American Music Award. It's the first American Music Award of the new millennium. And we're setting a... Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. And we're setting a big record here tonight. Three straight hours of ABC programming without Regis. So that's kind of exciting. You know? You know, before I did the show, I never realized how much work it took to put on a production like this. Check it out. They spent 2 months building all these incredible sets. They had to coordinate 14 live music acts. And most impressive of all, they had to find a seat filler for Jennifer Lopez. She's got a... What was that? Now, maybe you guys are right. Maybe she doesn't have a gigantic ass. I stand corrected. Well, it's been quite a year in music, though. Let's look back. A lot of classic songs have been covered this year, haven't they? Lenny Kravitz did American Woman. Dwight Yoakam did Crazy Little Thing Called Love. And Barry Manilow released an album entitled Manilow Sings Sinatra. And I'll tell you, it is a great CD, or as I like to call it, it is a great coaster. I like to throw my drinks on that. It's not a good CD at all. And you know, with everyone so obsessed with their careers nowadays in music, you know what I mean? Here's a kind of a nice story. Celine Dion is retiring from music to try to start a family, you know? And I think she's serious about it, because I just saw her backstage chasing David Crosby with a bucket and a copy of Swank. So I think she's serious about it. Well, we've got a big show, so let's get it going. Yeah. Here are our first presenters. As Dr. Fraser Crane, he's achieved stardom in TV, and with hits like Come to My Window and Angels Would Fall, she's achieved stardom in music. But they have one thing in common. They both love the ladies. Please welcome Melissa Etheridge and Kelsey Grammer.
You put it you put the juice in the thing, you juice in there, and then you squeeze it out, and you bake it at about 350 for about 4. Oh, hi.
Name Shadazy comes from the Native American word for my sisters. It's kind of like that other Native American band, Chumbawamba, which means thanks for that one song. Ladies and gentlemen, Shadazy, right here. Okay, folks, before we continue, I have an announcement from the management. Would the owner of a Glock 9 with the inscription, "Too Puffy with Love," please pick up your gun? It's at the hospitality suite. Well, 1999 was a big year for Latin musicians, and Atlanta Braves pitcher John Rocker thinks they all suck. He especially hates our next performer, and has never bought any of his 13 consecutive #1 Latin singles or any of his 17 million albums he sold. So if you're watching now, John Rocker, be a good time to hit the can. For the rest of us, here he is, Enrique Iglesias. That's a coincidence because I did that song in a karaoke bar the other night. That's one of my favorite songs. I was just talking to Dre backstage. I don't know if he's a real doctor, but he did prescribe me some stuff. So I don't know. There he goes. And that leads us to our first special merit award of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, for nearly 30 years, our next presenter toured the country with his band, the Grateful Dead, playing guitar to sold-out arenas of tie-dyed hippies. That's right. Please welcome the late, great Andy Garcia. Well, I'll tell you, it's nice to be back on stage out here. You know, I don't want to say my dressing room is small, but Tommy Lee just dropped by to visit. He shook hands with Carmen Electra. He blew out a wall. He's got a huge... Anyway. I didn't know the Judds were back together. Did you know that? I just saw them. I just saw the Judds backstage. Yeah, you're big Judds fans? I just saw the Judds backstage chasing David Crosby around with 6 mason jars and a ham sandwich tied on a fishing pole. I don't know what it means. Our next presenters are talented young stars who became overnight sensations with their brilliant debut albums. And if I can take this moment to offer a little friendly advice, kids, whatever you do, when you put out your second albums, don't suck. Yeah, Savage Garden. That was great. They didn't seem as savage tonight as usual to me, but that might just be me. You know, folks, it's time for our next presenters, and for a long time there's been a rivalry between West Coast rappers and East Coast saxophone players. But tonight they have put their differences aside to be here. Please welcome Warren G. and Kenny G. Our next performers took their name from the nickname of their home state. They picked Lone Star because the other nickname for Texas was already taken by that other band, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, Lone Star. Well, you all know our next two presenters. When he was on the show Silver Spoons, he went by the name of Ricky. But now he's all grown up on NYPD Blue, and he prefers to be called Big Ricky. She is an exceptionally gifted singer and songwriter by the name of Amy Grant, although she also prefers to be called Big Ricky, oddly enough. Ladies and gentlemen, big hand for Big Ricky Schroeder and Big Ricky Grant. Yeah. Too bad Ricky Martin won. The other two people were here. Well, our next group has had a song on the top of the rock charts for 18 weeks. In fact, they had 4 #1 singles off their debut album, My Own Prison. That's more than talent. That's pure dumb luck. Here they are, Creed. Well, tonight we brought together 3 of the hottest top 10 singers, and we put them together on this stage to participate in a bare-knuckle fight to the death. Here are Tyrese, Jessica Simpson, and Julio Iglesias Jr. It's getting more and more exciting. Getting exciting backstage, too. I tell you, all the big stars back there. You know who I just met backstage? I met Old Dirty Bastard and stage. Yeah. Charming couple, the Bastard. It was Old Dirty and Fern Bastard. Very nice. Anyway, it's time for our next presenters. You know, the biggest stars in comedy are recognized by just their first names. That's right, Johnny, Lucy, Rodney. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill Maher and Caroline Ray. Well, this is it, the last award of the night. That's right. In about 5 minutes, everybody here is going to be at a big party, and in 5 minutes, I'm going to collect my $200 paycheck and get my soothing back rub from Dick Clark. The back rub was the deal breaker. thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, you know, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. When I was asked to host the ESPYs this year, folks, I said yes immediately for one reason and one reason only. This show has interns. I'll be having a little improper relations backstage a little later. But man, it's great to be here at the 6th annual ESPY Awards. Hard to believe, huh, that the ESPYs are 6 years old. Although Anthony Mason swears they're 18. So, yeah, he'll be having sex with the ESPYs in about 12 years. So, I was a little late here tonight. I took a cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, you know. Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki Arabu. Something like that. Arabu's been having some trouble, man. They fired his translator. Steinbrenner fired his translator. And people see that as cruel, you know, but I don't know, you know. I mean, if you're not doing well in Yankee Stadium, you know, do you really need a translator? Do you want that, you know? You know? Hey, what'd they say? They say you suck. You should go back to Japan, you dirty foreigner. Okay, I got it. I'm trying to pitch over here. It's great to be here on ESPN. I love sports, man. Man, you can see sports on ESPN you don't see on other networks. You know, like kickboxing. That's my favorite sport. Kickboxing is great. When you think about it, it combines the style and grace of boxing with kicking. It just seems kind of immature. Just backstage, a lot of celebrities back there, man. I was talking to Jerry Jones, you know, the Cowboys owner, and he's disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, though, man. He's talking about rebuilding the team, you know, and he told me, he says, we have to get back to what made us a championship team. Strippers and crack.
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know you had a bar mitzvah. Yeah. That's when you turn 13 and they cut part of your cock off.
No.
What is it again?
No.
You cut your own cock off.
Wait, hold on. Are you
in
Jewish?
front of all your grandparents and am I? Yeah, I am.
What kind of bar mitzvah did you have?
It was the most cutting edge. You know what I mean?
If they define a chromosome as
or a
saying
gene,
that
yeah.
you're gay or a gene, that would be abnormal. How would the gay community?
It wouldn't be called abnormal. It would be called different. It wouldn't be called abnormal.
Wow.
Maybe the abnormal gene would be hetero.
That's true. Hey, maybe the normal gene would be those
Maybe
ladies
it would be
that
normal to be gay.
that cut their cocks into vaginas.
No.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. This reminds me of your kind of joke.
All right.
Just from hearing you read jokes.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and had to cut his own cock off. Game of Thrones, that guy's getting his penis cut off, if you guys
Everybody.
Is there?
Yeah, this guy got his penis cut off.
To turn into a vagina? Fashion into a vagina?
I don't think they had medieval sexual.
Oh, that's in the old days?
Oh, yeah, it's like medieval. But it'd be cool if they did experiment with genital altercations back then.
Yeah.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
Isn't it weird that you can go to a doctor and go, you know how I have a cock?
Where are you going with this?
It's not real. I shouldn't have a cock.
I'm bored.
You mind cutting it? And because I've always intuitively believed that
The best is like when you want to go back after like 5 months. You're like, I had a cock and then you gave me a pussy.
Which didn't work.
The pussy was fun. Can I get my cock back? You still have it?
Guy's like, you betcha. He started by cutting Yoon's penis off, leading to his lover bleeding out live on a videotape. Magnotta then went to his kitchen and placed his boyfriend's penis into a skillet, frying it until it was golden brown. While taking his last breath, Yoon witnessed his supposed soulmate feast on his genitals. After Yoon had perished, Magnotta began dismembering him, sending packages of his... I mean, this guy was a real jerk. Here we go. The final joke. Okay. Good night, everybody.
This year's most popular iPhone game is Clash of the Clans.
Clash of the Clan, the most popular iPhone game.
The least popular iPhone game, Cut My Cock Off.
Oh, my Lord. That's what you chose? Is the final joke?
You chose it!
Chris Kattan you didn't like.
Kattan's all right. We had, when you're in that, it's like being, I won't say it's like being in war, but when you're in a situation, everyone's fighting for themselves.
There's another great quick Norm story. Great quick Norm story.
Get Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate this. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
That was a great one, man.
They do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got a good one.
So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay who seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey.
I love that.
What about Norm MacDonald? You're at war with him as well. You two don't like each other.
Warring with Norm?
Here's what Norm said.
Oh, good.
I got it for you.
Another one.
Chris and Norm MacDonald apparently hate each other. This is according to my notes. When Norm hosted Saturday Night Live, Chris did not appear on the show. Wow.
Wait, when was...
In November of 97.
Oh, right.
Norm said of Chris, I don't know, but to me he seems gay. He claims he's not, but I've never seen like a guy who's not gay seem so gay. I don't find him funny. What can I say? Never made me laugh. What happened between... First of all, I don't believe you're gay, are you? I know someone you dated.
No, I'm not gay.
Yeah, you did.
And he's certainly had to have laughed at you once or twice.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a funny guy.
Right.
Well, that was the
your
Rolling
characters.
Stone
Some of your
article.
characters are effeminate, so maybe people will think you're
right.
gay.
Like Mango's, he's
gay.
Queer as day.
Right. So
yeah.
So is Norm a homophobe? Is that the problem? He doesn't like gay characters?
I definitely think he has a problem with
But give me the history of this. I love feuds.
Okay, let's see. What is, I don't know
You
exactly.
didn't appear on the show for a reason. You just
No. I don't. I just think I didn't get my sketches in. It wasn't like I'm not appearing in the show.
And when you're on Saturday Night Live, I've heard this before. When you say you didn't get your sketches in, you have to write your own material. If you don't get it in, if
it doesn't pass muster,
then you're not on the show.
Right.
Wow, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, every week.
So do you have to hire separate guys to help you write material?
No. I mean they're there. There's people you write with normally. So
right, okay. Because I heard some people don't help other people. You know.
No, some people don't.
Right.
But I'm not. Because I'm not exactly the easiest guy to write for, though. I'm not like. I'm not an everyman. I can't be the boyfriend all the time. I'm more of a freak.
So why Norm MacDonald? I mean, Norm is an easygoing guy. I know Norm. Why the dislike? Something happened.
Well, let's see. When I first got on the show, he was so nice. He and Spade,
right,
were just like so nice. And then I don't know what happened. He just started. Like Garth Brooks was, we did like a pitch meeting, and he started saying things in the pitch meeting like, you don't want to do, like Garth Brooks was a guest.
Yeah.
He was a guest. I was like, you don't want to do another fag sketch. Like things like that, people would laugh.
Oh, dear.
I was like, why is he saying
all of this?
And then it got kind of old, like, Jesus, Norm, you're like another...
And it makes you inhibited in a writing meeting if someone's goofing on you every time you open up your mouth, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't care because I'm not gay. If I was like, some gay guy going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm just...
Right. And so the gay jokes kept going and going and going.
Yeah, the gay jokes kept going and going.
And then you finally said, hey, I've had it with you, Norm.
Well,
did you ever confront him?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But it's like a playful thing. He says it's like a Jack Benny, Fred Allen kind of a feud thing.
But you don't see it that way?
No, I think he's, I don't know. But he this is what happened. We were on a flight together. We didn't plan on being together on the same flight. We were flying from LA back to New York to do Saturday Night Live, and it was a red eye. And he's behind me, and we're, getting along, whatever. He's talking about crapping on women, or I don't know what he was talking about. Something like that. Yeah, and it was funny because he was so loud, right? So everyone else could hear it. I'm like, I was just crap on this girl. Yeah. And I'm like, laughing. Right. Because he's a funny guy. Yeah. And then I wake up, and, because it's a red eye, and one of my shoes is missing. And I was like, where's my shoe? And Norm's like, hey, you lost your shoe, huh? And then he leaves. And I'm like, so disoriented. And I'm the last guy in the flight looking for my shoe. And I just, walk off the plane with one shoe. And all the stewardesses like, you are funny.
Oh, no. So he stole your shoe.
He stole my shoe.
And he's playing goofs on you. He's not respecting you.
Right. And then I took his jacket on a really cold night. Yes. And his assistant called me at home going, I got to get Norm's jacket. Please get me Norm's jacket. And she was like freaking out. Right. I was like, no, this is between Norm and I.
You can't play in this game. Right. Chauncey Hayden, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
All right.
I've interviewed Chris before. He's a good guy. Chris.
Thank you.
Is it not true that Jim Brewer, your former cast member, had a problem with you as well?
I think at one point he thought I stole an idea from him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, man, there's so much infighting. You got to admit.
But that's it, though.
Really?
That's not much for like 6 years.
With a lot of the cast members, and I think with Chris, do you remember that Rolling Stone cover came out, and they only put certain members of SNL on the cover?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Didn't that cause a lot of strife inside?
Yeah, well...
Why, they only chose certain amount of people for the cover. It was you.
Right, it was Will, me, Molly Shannon, and Sherry O'Terry.
And you did the cover, and the rest of the cast felt like, hey, what are we, garbage?
What is this?
But why be mad at you?
It was because of our characters, too. It was like there was the cheerleaders.
You were the breakout guys.
Roxbury guys. Right. And Mary Catherine.
But aren't they mad or jealous because you guys broke out and they didn't? And don't they think that you should stick up for them and insist that they be on the cover as well? But you don't have that kind of juice.
No, what are we gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's only makes sense that they would be on the cover, but what are we gonna do?
Right.
I mean, Norm wanted to be. There's a big stink because he wanted to be on the cover
by himself.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know if he wanted. No, he wanted to be
in that picture.
I don't know. He showed up later, and then he wanted to be. He wanted to stand in the middle of us.
And you said no.
Well, it was just like weird.
Yeah, right.
Why are you
like who are you?
Here is like my variety show. What?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess he thought he was the guy. All right, Chauncey, thanks. All right. Artie Lang, go ahead.
Hey,
Artie
what's
Lang.
up, man?
Yeah, hey, Artie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I like Chris. I think he's funny. But what he said before about that Rolling Stone cover is wrong.
All right, go. Artie's going to defend Norm, I guess.
Norm represents.
You might be wrong.
All right, go ahead.
No, it's just that, Chris made it sound like Norm showed up begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh, no, he wasn't begging. He was just, like, assuming he was on the cover with us.
Well, he was, though.
I know he was.
But he wanted to stand in the middle as well.
No. They were begging Norm to do it. And he thought it seemed weird.
He didn't want to do it.
Right. He thought it seemed weird to stand in the middle of all you guys.
Oh, that's true.
They definitely wanted Norm to be on the cover because at the time, I mean, he was the funniest guy on the show. Howard, you've said that a million times.
I think Norm is hysterical.
He is. I already said that.
Yeah, and so does Chris. I think Chris...
he made it sound like Norm's begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone.
No.
You guys said no.
Hey, Artie, do you know why Norm has such a problem with Chris?
No.
What is his problem?
I don't know. I wasn't there when they met or all that stuff happened.
He's never really...
Well, you are Mrs. Norm
Wait
MacDonald.
a minute, you weren't there during the shoot either, but you know all about that.
As a matter of fact, I was, because me and Norm had already done the movie, and I had lunch with his assistant. We went over there.
There you go,
yeah,
Artie.
I can tell you, Howard, it's Christopher Walken. I hosted Saturday Night Live several times. I think Norm is just a funny guy. He came up to me one day and said, I'm a big fan. I said, what's your favorite movie? He said, Chris Kattan's a fag.
Really?
I
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I, for the record, have never heard Norm say that.
All right. Thank you, Artie.
All right, man.
Where are you today?
I'm in beautiful New Jersey.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
You want to hear?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You go.
We're on SNL one time, right? This is what Norm just didn't care about anyone. This a quick story. Pamela Anderson is on, and every time a hot chick would come on, Kattan would go over the top and like, oh my God, he'd write a sketch. We're gonna make out.
Right.
She's hot. She's with Tommy Lee Hammer. Back off.
Yeah, right.
Come on. So he writes a sketch, and they do this sketch where it's the Twilight Zone when everyone's in pig face or something.
Right.
So that's the goof. So me, Catan, we're all in it, and Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro.
Right.
So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, and second time, and Catan would go, my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? And I would stand and go, Norm, you gonna hit him back? Like, you gonna say something to him? You just gonna take that from this guy? Now we go to a dress show, which has an audience, and it's being filmed.
Right.
And again, he starts punking into Norm on the set.
Right.
He's going, oh my God, Norm, you gonna do it right? It's my only sketch.
Right, you don't sound like Rod Serling.
Hey, imagine, 10, 9, and we're on. Hey, imagine if you will. And he knew the deal.
Right.
Now we go to air. And Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Catan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will.
Right.
And sure enough, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live air comes on. And I'm like, 20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. We're mic'd, the whole audience is listening. He's like, oh, God, Catan. Norm, you better sound like... Oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, you're gonna... Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of... 10 seconds! Norm turns to Catan. Right for his head, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. I'm like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it. He saved
nice,
it.
and Catan sank.
I couldn't even get my words.
You told me that we should go our separate ways. But I just wanna live my life without.
Yeah, I didn't say what he said. He was saying he was being.
He was paraphrasing and being kind. What did you say?
Well, Chris is a great guy, but he used to bring around women all the time to the show, Big, tall women, Big bruisers, And he'd say, look, I'm heterosexual. I mean, he wouldn't say that out loud, but that's what that would be the caption on the picture in the New Yorker. Boy, those are funny.
So it was something related to his sexuality.
Maybe. But listen, if I call a person gay, that ain't no insult.
It's a good thing nowadays.
Yeah, if you say it's an insult, you're the homophobe, not me.
Correct. Supreme Court says so.
That's absolutely. Would you care to hear my Anthony Hopkins?
I want to hear.
From Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, I want to hear.
You be the girl. You be the girl.
Jodie Foster?
Yeah, just say something.
Who recently came out, right?
Yeah, but don't put that.
I'm not plugging that.
Okay, so just say it. Like I'm Hannibal the cannibal.
I'm Jodie Foster. I can't do Jodie Foster.
No, just say any line.
Okay. Hannibal, you're terrible. What have you done to these innocent people?
Clarice, I don't know what you dream about, but I ate a guy. That wasn't good at all. I've never done it. Here's the problem. I've never done an impression of him.
Do one. Here's Jessica Biel from Flashdance.
Okay. So okay, Jessica. Yeah. Man, aren't you getting ready for your dance?
Yeah, I gotta go. I got a big thing tonight. It's like
Jennifer.
That much. My Jessica Biel and his Anthony Hopkins.
It was pretty close. They were pretty close. No, sometimes you think a good impression might come out. Do you ever do that?
What?
You go,
I didn't even hear what you said.
You go, man, I like this guy. I'll try him. Maybe it'll come out and sound like him.
It's the first time you try an impression. Like, maybe I could do Cary Grant. Yeah, I'm Cary. Nah, it didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Funny, that scene that you guys
Daryl, where's Daryl?
The scene that you
Here's
guys
my
just
Daryl.
did, the one that you just did.
Yes.
You did it a few times, so.
Yeah, every time we try to mix it up a little,
It's good to do it less than more.
Sometimes less is more. Sometimes
it really is.
Sometimes more is more when you're talking about fat women, but less is more when it's acting.
Yeah, if you're talking about little women, it's better to talk more about them.
Yeah, less is less.
Talk less about heavier women.
But less is more in acting. But with big fat women, less is actually less. More is more. There's no hiding that.
It's true. Here's my impression of a big fat woman. Not very good.
Hey, fatty.
So how much longer are you guys going to be here?
What?
We're that's it.
Let's do a little from the sunshine.
We flew in for a half hour.
Let's do a little from the sunshine.
We're here for another week, I think.
But next year the sunshine was. You want to hear a little?
I don't know
sunshine
any of it from the
voice?
sunshine.
I don't know. Well, they said we could ad lib it off.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to get together, get back on the road again. See, do our vaudeville act.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Don't you see I got all this paperwork to do?
Yeah, you're balder than anything.
Wait a minute. If I weren't 70.
Ah.
Let's see. That's good.
That was
I got all this paperwork to do, and if I weren't 70.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. Isn't that kind of odd there? Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. Yeah. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. Like the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain matter. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition, Feed the Homeless, or something, you know? And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know? They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with Look.
I know.
Oh, yes. And have you ever considered publishing a book that tells all that how-to book?
No, but I have considered some way to pass along what I have accumulated. Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? No, but I'm saying there's...
that question answers itself.
I'm saying there's fun, and maybe not fun, but you obviously want to give back. You never walked past a homeless person and they're begging you as a fellow human being for something, and you ignore them, and you maybe feel some evil bile come up?
No, sometimes I think if I give this person money, I'm kind of agreeing that you can't get out of this situation.
Well, but what if they can't?
I don't know if they can or they can't.
What are the things you'd like to change?
Change in the world?
Yourself.
Oh, in myself? I'd like to give more money to homeless people. I walk past too many of them.
I give money to them.
I try as much as I can, but every time I walk past them, I go, why didn't I give money to that guy?
Well, what else is going on? Did you went back? Did you get in the holiday spirit? Are you a kind of guy that gets, you know,
I try to do something nice, you know? You ever try to do something nice?
No.
Oh.
It's not my style, Norm.
But it was Christmas in New York, you know, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. Mm-hmm. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there, you know?
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. Why can't you say homeless bum?
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. A homeless guy, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so, okay.
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah. He had a little stick with a thing on it. Okay.
He was from the 1930s. Yeah, okay.
And so he says to me, he says, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money. I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
They'll do the crack.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom says never give a homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack. So I said, okay. I said, I don't want to give this guy money. He'll go do the crack. I said, why don't I just bring you in the diner, you know, and I'll get you a meal. I'll buy you a meal. It's Christmas, you know, it'll be nice. So the guy goes, okay. So we go in the diner and we order, you know, the meal. And this guy just keeps ordering food, you know, like he's really hungry.
Yeah.
And so he orders and orders and orders, and I'm like, well, you know, you got to be nice, got to the, you know, thing.
Sure.
And so I order like a soup or something, and then all of a sudden, like, this unbearable stench comes off the guy, huge stench.
Really?
It smelled like.
That's okay.
Anyway, so I don't know what the smell was, but it was like, it was like human waste or something, you know? And it seemed to be coming from the guy's, like, trousers.
Norm, so I said that's okay.
Okay.
I was like, the stench is enough. We all can do the rest in our heads.
Yeah, so this stench fills the diner, right? So I have to go to this diner, right? So everybody's looking at me like, what the hell did you bring a homeless bum in the diner for? With a stench, you know? So I'm like, I'm trying to eat my soup. I can't even eat it. And I'm wishing I'd bought this guy crack. I wish I'd got, you know what I mean? I wish I'd gone found some crack and bought it for the guy. So anyways, and everybody hates me. The guy that, you know, I go there every day. And so then the end of the meal comes. This guy's ordered everything, and I'm looking at my wallet. I only have like 28 bucks. It was like 31 bucks. All I had was a soup. And so now basically we're two homeless bums, you know? And neither of us. So I go, look, buddy, and he's been jabbering about Rockefeller. He was at Rockefeller's funeral. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I go, look, buddy, you got to come up with something here, you know? Kick in something.
You want him to? Yeah, that's only fair.
He ate almost everything. I had a soup. He was having a hamburger. So the guy goes in his pocket, and then I didn't want him to. Who God knows what he has in his pocket, right? But he had some coins, and they were all gross, and they were like, some of them were black. Anyway, that's my Christmas story.
Man, wow! What a you're a regular Garrison Keeler over here.
And some of the coins were black.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And you close the book and kiss your child good night. That's a nice story.
I took a homeless guy, said, I'm going to take you to this diner that I always go to. So I go there with him, you know, into this diner, sit down to get me a meal. Good God, if the guy, the unbearable stench of urine starts coming off this guy. So nobody wants that in a restaurant. You know?
You don't want that.
So I'm like, all right. Everybody's like trying to eat, you know. So the guy orders this food, and I'm trying to talk to him. He starts telling me about how, this is his idea of a conversation, this guy. Starts telling me about how Governor Rockefeller is poisoning the pigeons right in the city. So I tell this guy, I go, what are you, retarded? I said, Governor Rockefeller, I said, the governor of this state is Pataki, Governor Pataki. He says, no, you know, he talked weird. He was like, the pigeon. He says, the pigeons are the cleanest animal you ever seen. I go, I'm not arguing with you, buddy, but I'm telling you, the governor's name is Pataki. That's unbelievable. He's crazy. Turned out he wasn't retarded. He was, you know, woo.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had.
Now, Norm, you've had, Saturday Night Live has a really long, I used to work there. It's a long summer break, you guys.
Yeah, it's like school. You get a whole summer off.
That's pretty sweet. Have you been performing at all this summer?
Yeah, I did. I've been doing stand-up, you know, at clubs and stuff.
Sure.
And, oh man, I didn't realize how much. I forgot how much I stunk at it. Like I'm not good, and everyone hates me. I did. I went to this gig right in town. You ever hear of the Bowery?
Yeah, heard that. Yeah.
You know that place, right?
Sure. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's Skid Row.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's all these homeless bums on the street and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you have to go through it. So I went to this club, and I bombed. They hated my guts, so I was all mad. You know, I get mad when I don't do good. And then, so I went out of the thing, you know, I walked out.
You walk like that, really? You've got that problem, I remember.
So I walk out of the club. So I get out, and this homeless guy, you know, this bum, he starts walking beside me, he's bugging me, you know, hey.
You're supposed to call them bums anymore, no?
Yeah,
but anyway.
Hobo, you know?
A tramp.
A tramp.
A tramp,
Yeah.
Okay, riding the rails.
Yeah,
right.
just a layabout, and he's like coming up to me, and he's like bugging me. I want money. They always want money, you know?
Yeah.
They never have money, you know? So,
that's the problem with them hobos, yeah.
So they're like, hey, give me some money, give me some money. And, you know, sometimes they'll walk with you. So I said, look, man, I said, I'm going to give you some money if you just go away. I'm mad at him, you know? I was mad. I go, here, and so I pull in my pocket, and I just give him a bunch of money, like change, you know?
Yeah.
Give it to him. I go, go on, get out of here, you dirty bum, you know? So he goes away. So then I go to get the subway, you know? And I look at my pocket. I've given the guy, I don't have my token, my subway token.
Oh, you gave it away accidentally.
And I don't have a wallet or anything, so I was thinking I was going to try to jump the thing, but I thought then, you know, I get in trouble for that. So I said, I got to find that bum, that homeless bum, you know? So I have to go back, and I'm walking back the street, and there's all homeless bums. They're all lying there on the street.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one is which. I can't remember. So I'm like lifting up guys' hats and stuff, you know, and looking under newspapers. So finally I find this character. I go, hey, you. I go, give me some of that money back, you know? And he's like, no, go away. He's turned mean, you know, because I was mean to him earlier. He goes, go on, get out.
This is like a biblical tale. Yeah, okay. The New Testament. All right, go ahead.
I felt sorry for him. He had no place. And so I go, okay, forget about it. And I go to turn around. And then I grab his cup, like, real quick, and I start running.
I like how your running is like walking, just turned up like 10 degrees. Okay.
So it was great. I got and then I felt bad, though, because when I looked through, I had like about $1 more than I gave him. You know? Oh, that's not right.
That's not right at all.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they say if you give, you'll receive more in return.
That's the sweetest story I've ever heard. I'm all choked up now. Now I heard also you've been you did a little cross.
Probably just down on his luck.
Yeah, that's what happens. Why'd you feel you had to throw that in?
I don't know. You know, I read books on the Great Depression, and they seem cool. But I would like to. It would be fun to go. I don't even like my wife anyway, and I don't got no money. I'll just get a stick and a pouch and head out.
No one does that anymore. No one ties a rag to a stick anymore. And what are you going to do?
You're going to find a partner is what you're going to do pretty quick if you value your life.
Really?
Yeah. You see, people, it's all going to be different once the Great Depression, because my dad used to tell me about the Great Depression. Like, if I had money to invest in right now, you know what I would invest in? Guys jumping off the top of buildings. You think that's not going to happen, but soon that's going to be very big. And then those guys won't be powerful anymore because most of them will be dead and the rest severely crippled. And so the powerful guys will be the old hobos.
The hobos from olden times?
From the original Depression.
Oh, okay. Those guys are still around?
Some of them never gave up the life.
Okay.
And they use that stick for more than carrying a pouch on, I'll tell you that.
I don't even know what that means.
What that means is they'll drive your head, they'll, like an overripe cantaloupe it looks like.
What?
Until...
What the hell is that?
They'll club you to death for a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks for spelling it out for me.
All right.
So you're afraid of these hobos?
Well, of course I am.
You really think these old hobos from the Depression, you think there's any one of them left?
Yeah, there's Kitchener Leslie.
What?
He's an old hobo that's waiting and wait for his time. You'll know all about it. You just wait. Hey.
You will literally say anything.
You know, I mean, I have opinions. I mean, I have opinions that everybody holds, you know. I don't know. Yellow's the best color, you know, but I don't know if you call that an opinion. You know, it's just a. Oh, hold on, it's my phone. There's a guy will come on TV, go, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you like yellow? And I go, yeah, of course I like yellow. And he goes, yeah, well, so is this guy. And they show a guy, he's waving, pointing at someone that doesn't exist, wearing a yellow shirt, you know? And then I go, Ruth, get out here, goddamn. Here's a guy on the TV that's speaking for me finally, Ruth. You know, I'm always talking about how cool yellow is. Well, this mother finally, a person that's speaking not at me, but for me. I like bananas. I go, God damn, I never looked at it that way. I like bananas too. You go, they're yellow. I go, God damn, you're right, they are yellow. Ha! What say you and me go buy a yellow banana?
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood.
No, I don't do him from his radio show. I just do him from the, because he has his article in USA Today.
His column.
You ever read his column?
Yeah.
And all it is he just, anything he thinks of, he writes it down.
Sure, his thoughts. A king's thoughts.
Yeah, and they're just like completely random. Like he'll go like, blue is a great color, but for my money, yellow is the best. It's like crazy.
That's all Larry. It's supposed to make you think.
Yeah, it makes you think. Because I don't care what any...
Tell me some of the Asian things that, like, you know.
Look at what you saw, guy.
Small penis?
No, like
names.
Names, yeah.
Oh, well, yellow, yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Who says yellow?
You're a coward.
Hey, yellow.
No, that's yeller.
You're yeller.
Yeah.
I've never heard of yellow.
No, never.
That's our skin color, but.
Yeah, yellow man.
That's just what
yellow,
you
yellow
said.
man, that's what you say.
God,
you made that up.
Oh, no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that. No, do you know all the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you...
She is Darian O'Toole.
All right. Norm MacDonald's here. He's already pissed because he doesn't have green tea.
No.
He's already
that's not
mad.
true.
He's mad.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
You're a bit of a diva. You're a bit of a diva. What did they have? Did they have green tea upstairs?
No, I'm on a...
Is that the secret? Is that the secret to the sucky show upstairs?
I'm on a
green tea.
I'm on a cholesterol diet to lower my cholesterol.
Okay.
That's all.
I'm Norm MacDonald. I want some green tea.
I didn't say it that way.
You did. Yes, you did.
I think you're misrepresenting it.
He did so. Michael. Where's Mike's?
No, I turned it on. I turned it on myself.
Did you? Look at you.
I pressed the button that said on, and now I'm on the radio.
We got a whole bunch of Canadians in the studio.
Yeah, it's
There's a problem. It's an issue. I love your haircut. I totally.
It's nice.
I've never met you before in my entire life.
When I walked
but
in,
I feel like I was like,
haircut.
hey, stupid haircut.
I know. You said it was stupid.
It's good.
It's very short.
Yeah. I like it short
though.
because then you don't have to do anything with it.
You all right? You okay?
I'm great. I just like having short hair because then I don't have to be like a woman, you know.
Yeah, I've been letting my hair grow, and I got to tell you, it's tough. Like,
yeah,
you have to put stuff in it and deal with what it, is it weird now?
It's awful. Yeah, lucky Norm. Yeah. He has a cute face. All right, Norm MacDonald, 106.9 Free FM. Hi, Norm.
Hi, Darren. How are you?
I'm good.
Sweet.
What are we promoting? Because you wouldn't be here if you weren't promoting something because you don't love me. Yet. You will soon.
Michael's promoting something.
What is Michael promoting?
Hi, everybody. This is Michael Gelbart. I'm featuring for Norm MacDonald.
Oh, this is awful.
Norm MacDonald's headlining.
You're like...
I'm just saying what we're doing. I'm just saying what we're doing. We're in San Jose at the Improv.
Oh, see.
And Norm said,
That's a
hey,
good
you want to
place,
come do this radio show? And I said, yeah. Free FM 106.9.
The poor thing, though, he had to do the crappy ones first.
Yeah, well, one of them I didn't like.
I know.
One of them, it made
know.
me skip the next one. That's how much I hated the first one. No, I don't. I love them all.
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
You're trying to instigate.
You did not. I am instigating because you said it out loud. You're like, oh, good Lord.
No, I liked
Alice.
it. You know, the girl, the nice girl.
She's awful.
She asked me out.
She's terrible.
She gave me her card. No, she didn't do anything. She's a lovely.
She's awful.
No, there was a couple of things. She said she didn't like my hair, and she said she didn't like my clothing.
I love
on the air.
Really?
That hurt a little, but not that bad. And then she made me sing a karaoke song, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what they do.
We're on the air right now.
It's Friday. It's crazy. It's
but I liked
zany,
her.
funny
and
Friday.
I liked the guy with the tattoos. I thought he was a great guy. No, I like them all, but the one guy was my favorite. He laughed at everything I said.
The guy who doesn't have a name, who laughs at everything.
But he's still a good guy, you know?
We love him.
So we're doing these shows. And
someday we'll name him.
Norm invited me to come, and I think this interview's going really well. Like, Norm's reading.
I'm reading the breaking news.
Norm's just grateful I'm picking up the slide. He's like, as long as other people are...
No,
he's like, as long as other people are talking, I can sit back.
He so doesn't care.
No, I'm reading the breaking news, and
What's going on in the world, Norm?
Well, rocker Henry Rollins has said that Baghdad is safer than my hometown.
I guess his hometown is like the worst place in the world or something.
Was he from Louisiana? Where is he from?
Where is he from?
You really are reading the breaking news.
Oh, he's
I'm gonna
from
let you, too.
Santa Barbara.
Oh, well.
No, Santa Barbara is way safer than Baghdad.
I would say.
Yeah, I would say so.
Santa Barbara, like, nothing bad ever happened.
Did Michael Jackson live in Santa Barbara, though?
Never. No.
Because I thought he was from there.
No, that's Santa Monica, isn't it?
No, Michael Jackson? Neverland Ranch was in Santa...
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm making it up, even. But that Henry Rollins, I always thought he was good.
Is Norm even here?
Yeah, he mentioned Henry Rollins.
Well, you guys are shutting me out.
No, you want to join in?
You're having your little love fest.
Let me tell you something about Norm MacDonald. I've worked with the best, and he's my favorite.
Why do
and
all of your TV
that
shows suck? What happens? What goes wrong?
With what?
Because you're so funny. I adore you.
With what? What goes wrong with what?
Your TV shows.
Well, here's the thing.
You tried like the ABC thing. What the hell was it called? It was awful.
I'm a stand-up comedian, right?
You thought the Norm show was awful?
It's terrible.
I am a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm a very good stand-up comedian. So when you're
we all know what we're good at.
Yeah. I'm a great stand-up comedian. I'm a great stand-up comedian. So what happens is in Hollywood, if you're a great stand-up comedian, they go, how would you like to do a horrible movie? And how would you like to be terrible in a bad sitcom?
No, I love the movie.
That's the way it goes.
The movie I thought was funny.
I wrote the movie.
It's weird.
Did you write that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What's
good.
weird?
The movie was very funny.
Show business is the only place where if you're successful in show business, people think in the street it's okay to tell you your stuff sucks, but no one goes to some doctor and says like, "My God, you that guy died in surgery. You're like the worst doctor." Or even like,
exactly.
Even if you live.
But when you do something out loud, people come in and say, "You know what? You suck."
Yeah,
you're
or
like every day. Like I get every day.
Fair.
Like
to go up to
you
some
suck.
teacher and go, "You're the worst teacher in the whole world."
You're the worst accountant ever. You can't even count. Dan in Fremont. You want to talk to Darian O'Toole and Norm MacDonald, who's incredibly shy. So
Hi,
cute.
Darian.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to 106.9 Free FM.
Love your show. Love to do you. I mean...
oh, well.
No, Norm, I saw Norm last night. He made me cry. He was so funny.
Yeah, he is.
The jokes about death, I mean, you could take something like that and make it hilarious.
Nothing funnier than death. Nothing funnier than dying.
The heart attack stuff, oh, man, it made me cry, Norm.
Thank you very much. That's
all I had to say. Keep up the good work. Love the show.
Thanks, Sally.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Dan. You're so shy.
To me,
you're like, thank you very much. Yeah.
To me, Darian, death is funny because... Let me tell you a little story, Darian.
Okay, do that.
I
by all means,
did stand up. I did stand up for a long time.
You're very good at it.
And I used to be very good at it. Now I'm great at it. But I happened upon Sam Kinison, who's a comic genius.
Love him, yeah.
And so I was
amazing.
I was doing bits about dogs and cats and so forth. And he told me, you can talk about anything you want on stage. He said, what are you most interested in? Just talk about what you're most interested in. And I'm not really interested in dogs or cats or socks or laundry or anything like that.
Oh.
What I'm obsessed with is death.
Really? Obsessed?
Absolutely.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because...
Why be?
Why?
Why?
Because it's a natural thing to be obsessed with. Because
no, Norm, it's not.
Oh, yes, it is.
No,
Norm.
No, it's not.
People live in a denial of death. People live.
I have faced death.
People live.
I've been dead. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was.
What happened?
I was dead. I was dead.
No,
I died.
You weren't literally dead.
Seriously, I died. I died on the table.
Well, that
for like 36 seconds, whatever it was.
Well, but you weren't dead.
I was.
Really?
I came back. Seriously. No, for real. No, seriously. I was dead.
Wow.
I know. See? Look at him. All interested.
But since then...
See, look, now Norm MacDonald cares.
Yeah.
Now he gives a rat's ass.
Wait.
A minute ago, he's like another stupid radio show.
So isn't that an interesting... don't you find that a very interesting part of your life?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
More than
defining.
Cats and dogs and stuff like that?
Definitely more than cats and dogs.
It's defining.
It is. It's defining. But you know what? I didn't have, like, there was no, I was expecting, like, something, like the fires of hell or some angels, people, something.
That happens.
I got nothing.
No,
I
that
had
happens,
nothing.
You didn't die long enough. That happens in 45 seconds.
See?
You were 9 seconds from the great stuff.
I always come this close.
Yeah.
I never just get it.
Everyone knows it happens at 45.
That's great. That's interesting.
Norm's impressed now that I've been dead.
No, I love that.
But did it change
Norm
you?
is finally interested to be here.
No.
Because
he's like, well,
because
chick's been dead.
You've just admitted that was a defining moment in your life.
No, but afterwards, did it change you at all?
You, too, are very interested in death.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are.
We all are.
We really are. It hinders us.
You have to.
He's scary.
You're
scary.
You have to.
No, you're looking at me like you're a freaking zombie.
Because he's the undead.
Scary.
I would go for that undead of a vampire.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you? If you had a choice?
If there was a vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take the deal.
You would do it?
Yeah, instead of dying.
You really would?
Absolutely, in a second. Because it's the only thing I don't want to do.
You know what's crazy? He's not kidding.
No, but here's the thing.
There's something wrong with this guy.
If you're going to become a vampire, but you know you're close to death, you're like 95, then you become the vampire.
Right.
But you don't want to do it at like 30-something.
No, because that's...
You got to deal with their whole...
Let me tell you this. Everyone wants to live forever. Everyone.
Yeah, but...
Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
No one wants to die.
No one wants to. Nobody wants to die. We don't want to die.
Yeah,
Dying sucks. It's not fun.
Right.
No.
And so
no fun.
And so, by precedent, we think we are going to die, and so then
Norm MacDonald says on 106.9 Free FM, dying sucks.
Yeah.
It's revolutionary.
And it's always there. It's always in the back of your head.
And it stops us from doing things we want to do. There's like that fear.
He's not kidding. There's something wrong with this dude.
No, there's nothing wrong with... I honestly don't think there's anything wrong with him. People are obsessed with death, and he's just one of those people.
All right. Ben wants to talk to you. Ben in Livermore. You're
Hello?
on the air with Darian, 106.9 Free FM, and Norm MacDonald, who's creepy.
Hello?
He's just creepy.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis, but better anyway.
I would think it would be creepy. A guy who wanted to die.
You're creepy.
A guy who wanted to die would be creepy. Hi, Ben.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you, pal?
I'm doing well.
See, now he's friendly. Look at him.
Because, you're talking about death and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of ironic but awesome at the same time that you play death on The Family Guy.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah,
death.
you did.
Right.
You did. That's right. You played the Grim Reaper.
That
was very
love it.
funny.
Every time an episode comes on where you're on playing death, I'll TiVo it and watch it over and over.
That's nice.
And any of the films you've been in, they don't suck.
That's right.
Nice.
Oh, that's not good. Ben, that's not nice.
What? No, she said they don't suck.
Yeah, you're the one who says he's
You're
horrible.
the one that said that. You're the one that said they suck.
No, you said his TV series 3 years. It was on the air for 3 years. Was terrible.
No, it wasn't awful. It was just
she hangs up on Ben. That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, how dare you? We have a point to make about him being awful, and you're ruining it.
Oh my God.
and weird and creepy. And you never even mentioned my name. You just keep saying we're here with Norm MacDonald. And you don't even know my name.
Michael.
Yeah, all right.
Michael
See?
what?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Michael Gelbart.
Well, you said it with hatred. I just...
You didn't say it like you love him.
Yeah, you hate me too? Oh, my work sucks also?
You said it with total disdain.
Yeah.
I don't love
Michael
him.
Gelbart.
I don't love him. I love myself.
All right, we're going to take a little break.
All right.
Norm MacDonald, who I do love.
Still not mentioning me.
I'm still loving Michael. I don't know who the hell he is, but I love him. I don't know who you are.
I explained. I'm the one who set up the explanation as to why we're even in town.
You're the guy who's bitter that he had to be upstairs. That's all I know. I love you for that. I love you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do the crappy show to come to Darien. 10:35 nuts.
Was on an airplane.
Henry Rollins.
Reading
By
a
the way,
book-
Henry
reading a
Rollins was
book
born in
called-
Washington, D.C.
He was reading a book called Jihad, The Rise of Militant Islam.
Are you still on the air?
Yeah, we're
And he
still
thought it
there.
was strange that they questioned him afterwards.
I loved the first radio show, by the way. I thought it was great. I don't know why you keep...
You did not.
Yes, I did. I love
No,
that
you did
girl.
not.
I'm marrying her.
You hated her.
Yeah, you want me to hate
You
her.
wanted her
You
dead.
hate her.
I do. Total.
You admit that?
Totally.
Do you guys
She's
fight?
awful. Oh, good. Told her she came down here. I want her dead.
You guys will work it out.
No, we won't. And by the way, it's out.
Is that Bush live?
Oot?
It's totally live. We're still, yes, guys, we're still in the air. All right, Norm MacDonald and Michael,
We're on the
somebody.
air.
Yeah,
Johnson.
totally.
Michael Johnson.
Michael 106.9 Free FM. All right, Norm MacDonald is in the studio with me and with Michael somebody.
Michael O'Toole. Huh?
Here we go.
It's your last name.
Norm's like, I don't know. Norm's like, I got nothing. Norm and I were discussing Marmaduke. We were arguing about Marmaduke. That's how ridiculous it's gotten
of that
in here.
whole
We were
conversation. That's what you come back.
He wanted green tea. He came in here looking for good. He's like, can we get you some water? No, I want green tea. I got nothing. And then we're discussing Marmaduke.
It's for my cholesterol.
Low cholesterol diet.
Yeah. Now, Marmaduke, that hound would get in some fixes.
Yeah, he was giant.
He was a big dog.
That was the big joke in Marmaduke, was that he was so big, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
But he was dwarfed by, I mean...
The people in the house.
No, he's dwarfed by the big red dog that came out later that took the concept to
a whole other level.
Clifford,
but it's skewed younger.
Yeah.
And then there was Beethoven, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, Beethoven.
I'm with
Man, I can't believe the Marmaduke people didn't sue over the Beethoven movies.
Beethoven, apparently, in the third movie was blind. Or deaf. I couldn't remember.
That was the plot. He goes
Blind or deaf?
No, that was the plot of the third
One or the
movie,
other.
that Beethoven goes blind.
No, because the real Beethoven wasn't deaf. I was trying to make some...
No, he had to play blind.
Norm was going for some subtext there.
Yeah.
You missed it, Michael.
I
didn't,
You missed
yeah.
it. You totally missed it. He was
Yeah,
trying to be smart.
I'm sure I'll
there.
be okay, though.
Oh my God!
So
you're
what should we
ridiculous.
talk about?
We should talk about where you're playing, because I should probably plug like where the hell you are.
San Jose
Poor baby. He's
Improv.
like, do I have to do another
We're playing
awful radio show?
We're playing the San Jose Improv this weekend.
Oh, that's a good club, actually.
Yeah, it's a great club.
It is. 408-280-7475. Improv.com. Not that difficult. We have a person who wants to talk to you, Jenny, in Union City wants to talk to
cool.
Norm MacDonald.
Union City. New Jersey?
She's on, probably.
Somewhere near there. Yeah.
Jenny?
Maybe. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hi,
Good morning.
Hey, I wanted to tell you, Norm, you are just the most laid-back, hilarious guy. You are just really gifted with humor. I mean, keep it going till you're at least in your 90s, huh?
Oh, that's sweet, man. That's
Hey,
very nice.
about this whole, dying thing, it's not like I'm, at a bridge about to jump and you're my last call or anything.
Oh,
But
good
I don't
Lord.
think it's such a bad idea, to, go to the great beyond. I mean, it's got...
He's obsessed, though. He said he's
well,
obsessed.
wait a minute. Going to the great beyond, that's not dying. That's just living.
Well, I haven't got that part, so, it wouldn't scare me at all. I mean, I would pretty much welcome...
Well, it's not scaring you because you're not going to die. You're going to just go somewhere else.
Well, yeah, but I think it's going to be peaceful, and it's not going to be...
Oh, whoa.
Right, but Jenny...
He didn't drop her.
Jenny, you're not going to be
No,
dead.
Okay.
Well, what the heck am I going to be then?
You're going to be alive somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not afraid of that.
The concept of heaven or hell is that you are still alive there. Like you're still, Jenny's still like,
Jenny's
still Jenny.
Yeah.
Instead of just asleep forever.
Yeah.
What if you feel like you've kind of been living in hell here? So heaven looks pretty good.
Well, but you're still alive, and of course, if
Yeah, I'm just saying that, you know, to be afraid of it or anything is crazy. It's someplace.
I'm not afraid of going to heaven. I'm afraid of dying, and I'm afraid of
What
dirt.
are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of being smothered in dirt.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm all
You're
about
not
cremation.
aware of that. You know, you're long gone past that. You know, it's not you. You know, you're already up above watching your own funeral, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Why not? Why wouldn't you get a view of that? You know, see all the people that cared about you and hear all the great things.
Well, no, but if I was certain that was the case, I wouldn't be afraid because I wouldn't be dying.
It's the uncertainty of it.
Well, I think they need you up there at some point, you know, to keep everybody laughing. I really do.
No,
yeah, there's
I
great
go.
comics up in heaven.
Believe
they don't
me,
need Norm. They got Pryor.
I got Lenny Bruce.
We
got people.
Yeah, I love the
Who needs
idea
him?
of heaven.
Who needs him?
I love clouds. I'd like to learn the harp. I love all that stuff.
Like to learn the harp.
You know, I don't know which way he went, but I'm hoping he went up because he was my, you know.
Who's this?
Sam Kinison.
I love Sam.
I love
Kinison.
Sam. He was great.
Yeah, he was a wild one.
You know what? He was a nice guy too, though.
Elevator he went on, but hopefully
he was a nice guy though.
He was a very sweet
fun
man.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a very sweet man.
He was a good guy.
And you know,
Thank you very much,
before Jenny, you're still there?
No, she dropped.
Yeah,
well, if you're still listening, Jenny, the last thing that Sam did was speak to his savior before he went. So
is that true?
Yeah.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm not making it up.
Because you're a little bit crazy.
Because he survived the car accident. And
Norm MacDonald, you're crazy.
He was alive for 5 minutes. And
is it true that you were in Canada? You were somewhere in Canada and you were like high on pot and they stopped you? Is that true?
They stopped me doing what?
They stopped you and you went, sorry, I'm high.
They stopped me. What do you
You
mean
were like waiting
me?
for a bus? Is that true? No?
Why would they stop me if I was waiting for a
where's
bus?
the story? Isn't the story? Chad knows the story. My producer knows the story. You were somewhere in Canada. You were like Michael yawning. You were high on pot, and they stopped you.
But I don't know what you mean.
Is
they
that not
stopped
true?
me.
They stopped you. Like the police stopped and said, "Hey, you, are you high on pot?" No.
Are they allowed to start with that?
Yeah.
Like, aren't they supposed to say something else?
They might have said
like, evening,
hello.
sir.
Seems like
what
the
are you
worst
doing?
Investigator ever.
Yeah, the worst Columbo ever.
Can't get.
What's the matter?
Chad's angry.
Yeah, because you're definitely misquoted.
Yeah,
you're misquoted.
is it true that you were ever on a bus? What kind of question is that?
And the cop,
I said that I heard a story that
He was high on a bus.
That Norm was going to do a show, and he got on one of those
In
big
Ontario, right?
in Ontario, and he got on one of those big charter buses, and I heard you got on the wrong bus by accident,
looking at you.
and it took you way out into Western Ontario, almost to the prairies, and that's when you got off and realized that you were in the wrong spot, and you were just
This
sitting there.
story is so different than what we just
I know.
heard.
I know.
She is not a listener.
She
She
has
does
no
not
retention.
listen.
So the story that I heard was you got on the wrong bus.
Right.
You ended up going like far away from the comedy club.
to
You stepped
Grand
off,
Prairie, I
and then you
remember
just.
You
sat-
why you remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like the pot story.
Not at all.
A
not at all.
policeman never came to me and said, "Are you high on pot at a bus stop?"
No.
But that makes it so much more fun.
You got to be really careful with what you say, because it.
But
that
I
was-
will say, one time I went to
One time.
I went to join the army, you know, because when you're a young kid and you're a bum and you don't know what to do, then your last resort, you're always like, well, I can always join the army, you know. So me and my buddy were
I'm
just,
always one
we
step
had
away from the
nothing,
army.
and I said, all right, well, let's go join the army. So we went in, and the recruiting guy was asking us questions. So he was like, blah blah blah, and then he goes, have you ever done drugs, you know? And so I go, I thought you were supposed to tell the truth, you know. So I go, yeah, I've done drugs, you know. I smoke pot and stuff, you know. I don't do serious drugs, but yeah, I smoke pot. And then he goes, okay. He goes, I didn't really hear that. He goes, let me just ask you one more time, you know. Did you ever smoke pot? So then I thought he wanted me to be more honest. I went, oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
And then he's like, listen, why don't you come back next week? Like, he couldn't come right out and say, like, don't say that. But I guess you can't get in the Army if you've ever smoked pot. Or if you ever...
Really?
If you admit to it, I guess.
Is that the truth? I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that about the Army. See how I learned things? Ryan in Berkeley. You're on the air with Darian on 106.9 Free FM.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, welcome.
You got
here's
Norm
Norm.
MacDonald over there?
He's right here.
How are you?
Norm, hey, how you doing? I'm a big fan of yours. Watching you for a really long time. I love Dirty Work, one of my favorite movies.
Ah, thanks. I like that movie.
That's a good movie. That's a funny movie.
Man. It's the best. Hey, I got a question for you. I was watching like a special, I think it was with Jim Brewer, and he was telling me he was saying that when you worked with Saturday Night Live that you were kind of like a rebel and you didn't really care about anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's interesting.
I didn't really...
What happened? Because who was it that didn't like you? Thank you very much for calling, Ryan. Who was it that didn't like you? Because you were so funny. And Kevin's coming in. Kevin Nealon's coming in. And I love Kevin.
Yeah,
but he's a good guy. But I'll tell you what, though. When you did the whatever it's called, the news. Yeah, whatever you called it.
Yeah, fake news.
Yeah, whatever.
You couldn't memorize the word fake? The whatever you called it news?
Thank you, Michael, for pointing that out, you idiot. Hate you, Canadian bastard. But I did. I loved it when you were on, but the guy didn't like you, right? What's his name?
Yeah, the guy didn't like me. Don Olmeyer.
He was like, get rid of you.
You guys both, you and Darian both got with OJ.
Yeah.
No, you went after OJ, and you were always going after OJ.
Yeah, OJ sued me.
OJ
tried to
sued
sue
you?
her.
He sued me.
Cool.
I know, isn't that awesome?
Wow, good thing he didn't kill you.
I know,
but it's
right?
great
Thank
that
God I'm not a blonde.
if he sues you, he has to prove that what you said was untrue.
I know, which good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck,
But
guilty.
Omar was buddies with OJ.
Unless Nicole was using that sock as a tampon, he's guilty.
It's stuff like that brought the suit.
Stuff like that brought
I would
the lawsuit.
sue for that comment.
But that's the big thing. He was a big. Omar was a big sports nut, and Norm would go on and rip on OJ all the time. Like you ripped on him, and she ripped on him all the time down here in the Bay, and
he got word of it.
Yeah, he got word of it and said, "I'm going to sue."
I was all over him.
Wow, he sued you. That's cool. That's
I know. It's
a
a nice thing.
Do you have the letter? Did you frame it? I would have framed that.
Of course. Please. What? Do I not seem like a narcissist to you? Have you missed something?
The part where you didn't listen to the guy's bus story and you made Norm a drug user because he got on the wrong bus.
All I heard was Norm
that was
bus
the moment
pot.
I knew.
That's all I heard. I didn't.
Norm bus pot.
I didn't
Is
even
it true
memorize
you're at
the
a
story.
bus stop?
Yeah.
And a policeman said, "Are you on pot?"
Yeah.
How could that possibly be a story that ever happened to anyone?
It couldn't.
It couldn't happen.
And it didn't. The guy hated that moment so much he stormed in. Like some guy, he came in to correct it. He was...
All right, shut up, people. All right.
By people,
Alex.
she means me.
Yeah, totally. Alex in Santa Rosa. You're there with Darian on 106.9 Free FM. And Norm. And Michael.
Hey, how you doing, Norm? I'm
good.
a big fan.
Nobody cares about me.
Or me.
No, they don't care about us.
Norm's a
It's all
special
about
guest.
Norm. It's all
Hi,
about Norm.
Alex.
Hey, I was a big fan from your SNL days. I've got a quick question for you.
Sure, pal.
Did any celebrities that you ever impersonated ever kind of comment on it? Like, what did Burt Reynolds ever think of your Burt Reynolds impression?
Oh, that was excellent, too.
Well, when I did impressions of guys,
Thank you. Good question.
I could only do impressions of... Why do you cut them off all the time? Maybe we could have a dialogue. Just clicks out like Larry King. Okay, so now I have to answer a question that...
Yeah, the guy's not there to add something. I could do the guy's voice. Yeah, go on. Tell me more, man.
No, when I did the impressions of the guys, I'd always do impressions of guys like I liked because guys I liked, I've watched. Like I watched Burt Reynolds ever since I was a kid when he was on the Carson show, and David Letterman was like my favorite guy ever.
Did you like Carson? Because I hate Carson.
You hated Johnny Carson?
I really didn't like Johnny Carson.
Well, David Letterman.
I love Letterman.
David Letterman was the guy that
to me, like,
I
that's
loved.
the guy.
He was my generation's guy.
Me too.
But
I think we're the same. How old are you?
So I'm 42.
Oh, you're old.
So I did impressions. I know I'm old. So I did impressions.
No, you're not.
Listen, I've seen more sunsets than I'm about to see, and I understand that. But
Mr. Obsessed with
I'm
death.
well with that.
He's 42. He's obsessed with death.
But
crazy.
So to answer the question
from the guy that you kicked off the radio,
that I did impressions of guys. I always did impressions of guys I really liked because I listened to them so often that I try to be like them and stuff, and I could do impressions. So I always liked them. So Burt Reynolds was really funny. He was going to come on the show because I wrote this sketch, Celebrity Jeopardy, just so I could do my Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that was good.
And then Burt Reynolds wanted to come on the show and punch me in the face and beat me up, and then take over, and then he'd be an idiot too. And I thought that was really cool of him to do.
That's nice. I like that. Right.
Did it happen?
Elmer from Santa Clara.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
You're on the air with Darian and Norm MacDonald.
Who is it?
695. Elmer.
MacDonald. Elmer.
Hey, Elmer, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm going to go see you tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Good.
Yeah,
he's playing at the Improv, at San Jose Improv.
Thank you. Yeah, okay.
He knows he's coming.
There's a click. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dirty Work number 2, are you going to make it?
I'd love to make Dirty Work number 2.
With Artie.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Artie and I have been talking about
Artie's a good guy.
Yeah, Artie's a great guy.
It's kind of like a little following, like, Office Space.
Yeah, it's got. I would say that it's got that same kind of cult thing. Yeah, a lot of people like it. Office Space is a great movie. And,
but so is Dirty Work.
Yeah, I think that Dirty Work 2 would be a great idea.
Yeah, man.
See now, he's look at how nervous he is. I'm keeping this person on just because it's annoying you.
And no, it's not annoying me. I like talking to Elmer.
She wanted to call to annoy Darian because I don't like her.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like me? What, Elmer?
Listen to yourself.
No,
keep going, Elmer. Elmer's hilarious.
You know, I mean, come on.
Elmer, why are you listening if you hate me?
Well, I'm only listening because of Norman. Yesterday because of Patrice, so...
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the guest you have.
That's fair.
Like Joe Rogan. When you put them on,
Joe Rogan, oh, yeah. Joe Rogan's a good buddy of mine. Yeah, he was here for 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool of you.
See? So I got something, right? You don't have to hate me. You don't be hating.
I don't hate you. I just don't like your show.
All right, well, that's fair.
It's a big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you got a good point. Elmer makes a good point.
Wait, you don't hate her, but you hate her show, but you like all the guests. What part of the show do you not like?
Yeah.
When she talks.
When I talk.
So you don't like her?
Yeah, when she throws.
You really did did you intensely dislike me, or just a little bit? Do I make you mad?
No. It's like, how does she get on the radio?
Why does that woman have a show?
Yeah.
She's so annoying.
Yeah.
She never shuts up.
Yeah, I'm just...
That voice.
She has a sexy voice. Very sexy voice.
In Dirty Work 2, Norm kills Darian.
Oh, come on. Don't lie. Please do it.
Dirty Work 3.
No murder. Just,
No murder.
He's a good guy, Elmer. He doesn't like what you do, but he doesn't mind you as a human being.
I kind of like him.
Yeah.
Elmer, I'm warming up to you, Elmer.
Really? Should.
I know you don't like me, but I'm kind of loving you.
I haven't liked you, but I listen.
I don't like you, but I'll listen for the funny guests.
And he doesn't. He won't. He doesn't want to see you murdered.
Yeah, and he also doesn't dislike you.
He just wants to be harmed.
You're not listening closely to Elmer. He doesn't dislike you. He dislikes what you do for a living and how you do it.
Yeah.
But you seem fine to him.
You all right with that, Elmer?
Right on. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that music? Do you hear music in your head?
Yeah, it's good. It means we're going to break.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah.
I mean, shut up, Darren.
You listen to 106.9 Free FM.
Not point.
106.9 Free FM, the Darian O'Toole Show.
Nice. That's beautiful.
Today's guest, Norm MacDonald.
All right. I'm going to keep you. I'm keeping you. I was going to let you go, but I'm not. I'm keeping you. You're staying.
That was the moment?
That was the defining moment right there. I'm having fun.
Damn it.
You're not leaving. Nope, they're staying for one more segment.
Hungry.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No. Chad's giving me the no. Chad's giving me the no. What's the no?
Why, they don't like
I've
us?
got another. Well, I don't care. They can cross, can't they?
We don't.
What do you mean no?
This hasn't even.
What? Kevin
going
Nealon's
that
going to
well.
kick out. What? Kevin Nealon and Norm MacDonald are going to take it on? Are they going to go down? They're going to throw it?
No, Nealon likes being.
He's like Nealon likes me.
No, I'm saying Nealon come in and talk with us.
See, I'm saying too.
I'll be even quieter.
I would like you to stay. That would be nice. Would you like to stay?
Sure, I'd love to.
Excellent. Okay, Norm MacDonald. More of him. I left them in here alone. Apparently I let them wander. I don't know what I did. I don't know. If I offended them, I don't know. They're gone. For a minute ago, I had Norm MacDonald and Kevin Nealon right in my sights. Now they're both... Oh, there's Kevin. Hello. There you go. Hello, Kevin. My God, you're all so tall. Y'all look so short on SNL.
I have a height range of 5'8" to 6'4".
You what? All right, we have to discuss this. We were listening to this the other day. We thought you were in the building. We thought you were upstairs. You were at the... Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Kevin. I apologize. Yeah, you're on the air. I apologize for everybody on the radio that sucks. And you were on the air with somebody who had no idea. Like, she had no idea. She didn't even know you were on Saturday Night Live. She knew nothing.
Really?
Yeah, and
Somebody here?
Somebody here, upstairs, yeah. And they chose it as a best of. It was so bad. And they actually picked it and said, you know what? We're going to play it back again just to show how stupid I am. And she played it again. And I thought you were in the building. So we went upstairs to try to find you, but they were off.
I was nowhere to be found.
No, so I'm very happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. I've heard so much about this 106.9
Are you okay?
Free FM.
Because you looked a little terrified in the hallway.
No, not at all. I feel very comfortable
You got a little
here.
bit attacked by Norm MacDonald.
Hey, Norm, hey. Crack wars.
I don't know where
Is he coming back? I think he's coming back.
I don't know. He went to pee. He's never come back. No. It's been like 2 hours. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if he's coming back.
He was drinking a lot of water this morning last time I saw him.
I think there might be something going on with Norm. I think he might be busy.
Did you just talk with Norm?
Yeah.
And how was that?
It was great. He was funny.
Yeah. He's a very funny young man.
He is a funny man.
Yep. As are you. No, I don't know.
I'm not a funny man.
No, you're not.
No. I'm not a funny man.
We'll give Norm another 30 minutes.
You think?
Yeah.
Have you worked with him in the past? I don't, because I don't even know. I don't even pay attention.
Yeah, I was with him on Saturday Night Live for a couple of years.
Were you guys did you cross over?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were talking about the news desk, the fake news, which he made fun of me. The fake news.
Actually, that is not fake news, by the way.
It is.
No.
Yeah, it sure is.
No, it's real news. See, I told you Norm would come back. Norm and Mike.
Norm's back, but he's been injured.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the fake news?
We're talking about the fake news.
Here's an interesting thing. Here's an interesting thing.
Norm MacDonald, everybody, is back in the building.
That I don't know if
Kevin Nealon's like, I don't know why I'm
Kevin will remember or not, but they use the term fake news now like it's a term, they'll say like
it's okay.
Like Jon Stewart does the fake news or anything. But it actually originated when Kevin was the host of Weekend Update. And I don't know if you remember
Weekend
this,
Update.
Kevin.
That's what I was trying to see. That's what I was trying to
came on as the homophobic. Do you remember that?
Kevin looks terrified.
I came on
Kevin does not look happy. Kevin, are you not happy?
I came on as
my very casual, relaxed look.
All right.
And people would come on to you know how the Weekend Update works.
Yeah.
And Kevin would bring people on, and so I was the homophobic.
Guy.
Yeah. And so
correspondent.
The homophobic correspondent. So I kept going like, anyways, I was talking about the media, the media is, who's watching the media? The media is supposed to be the watchdog, but who's watching the media?
Right.
I mean, we all know who's watching my crotch, this character over here, to Kevin, And then at one point I said to Kevin, why don't you just, go on, you just do your fake news. I just said it like it's an ad lib.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there you have it.
That's where it's
and that's where it happened. There you go. And we have Janet in Daly City. Janet in Daly City, you're on the air with 106.9 Free FM.
Hey.
Hi, Janet.
But I also think Kevin was the best guy, other than Chevy, to ever do the news.
I agree. I agree
I
with
thought
that.
Norm was the best.
I liked you both.
Because Kevin did it most as a newscaster.
You both cracked. Okay.
And he did it the hardest way because he did it without any savers or anything.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's really true.
That's the hardest way to do it.
No tricks.
Do you know what I mean,
needed
Kevin?
a lot of savers. That's right. I do remember that.
He needed some...
No, you didn't use them.
I like the way Chevy did it, so I did it that way.
Yeah, Chevy was the best.
He was.
But Kevin was the second best.
All right. Hello, Janet.
Yeah, Norm, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever.
Remember when you were Death on Family Guy?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I
Grim
remember
Reaper.
that.
Grim Reaper. He was the Grim Reaper.
Is the
Well,
question?
he was actually Death.
I was
Death
deaf.
was actually his name.
Exactly. I was deaf.
Stu said, big fan. Nice to meet you.
Why you didn't stick with it?
Why I didn't stick with
Why
it?
didn't you stick with Death?
Well,
What
because
happened? What went wrong with Death?
I did the first one, and then they asked me to do the second one, and I said, I can't. I'm doing stand-up. I had a stand-up gig.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't do it.
All right. Here we go.
Good story. Good story.
That is a good story.
So when you do something like that, an animated
Kevin
show,
Nealon, by the way, is playing at Cobb's.
A little recording. Yeah, I'm over at Cobb's. That's
we should
right.
say that.
This
We
weekend.
should mention that. You're playing at Cobb's.
Yeah.
You're at the...
Norm's over at San Jose Improv.
I'm not trying to, draw lines.
You got
I'm
to
saying.
catch Kevin's stand-up because it's fantastic.
Hey, what if one night we just switched? You showed up at Cobb's and I showed up at San Jose Improv. Who would be more pissed?
Who would be?
Which audience would be more
audience?
pissed?
Who would be more angry?
I think probably
Norm's
audience would be more angry.
I don't know. It's a toss-up.
So when you do Family Guy, is there actually a set there, or do you go into a recording studio?
No, you just go into a recording studio.
Do you meet Seth, though? Did you meet Seth?
Yeah, I met Seth.
I love
You're like
him.
obsessed with him.
I'm totally obsessed with him. I'm stalking Seth MacFarlane. He is sexy.
Do you actually leave town to stalk him? Because if not, it's the
I
worst
was like,
stalking ever.
no. When I did my audition for this show, I was at KLSX down at our sister station in LA, and I was like next door to Fuzzy Door, and I was like in the lobby. I was ridiculous.
Have you ever been over to Cobb's?
Oh, of course. I go to Cobb's all the time.
Isn't it?
I love Cobb's. It's excellent. Here,
Seats
Kevin
about
Nealon's playing there. Yeah.
No, I'll be there tonight. I think there's like 2 shows tonight, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. But it's a good club. It's a good club. San Jose Improv's a good club.
Seth might show up.
There you go. Something funny might happen.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon's so pissed. He's like,
why
why
do you
am I
say
here?
that? I'm not pissed.
You seem angry.
That's
you
what you
have
said
an
about
angry
me for
demeanor.
the first.
I have a very gentle, kind
You do
demeanor.
not. No,
The
you
least
don't. No,
angry
you
guy
don't.
I've
You
ever
have
seen.
you have an
No, I'm
angry
telling her.
demeanor. You have like a and I understand you've been on sucky radio shows, and I get that.
I saved the best for last, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm so happy this is my last one.
On some level, you think people don't like you before you even meet them.
Yes, there's a self-esteem problem.
Yes. Because I never saw anger from him.
Never.
Because I assume people just like me. You think everyone hates your guts.
Yeah, I go right to that.
Yeah, you got to relax a little bit. We all love you. And we're not angry.
You love me, Kevin?
Yeah.
You do.
Why are you so angry?
What's your issue, Darian?
Hey, Norm, a lot of people ask you, like, who's the worst host on the show?
If I just sit here and laugh, they'll interview each
What are you
other.
gonna say?
I don't care.
Man, I say nothing.
I say, the books say certain things like that. Tom Shell's book. Have you read that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good book.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that people come out in that Tom Shales book and save people.
Yeah. What happens with that?
Like Will
I thought
mentioned
Tom
the
Hanks
guy.
was great.
Yeah. Like Will mentioned
Who was
the guy
the worst?
that was the worst host.
Who was the worst for you guys?
I would never say.
Who was the worst one?
even
Oh,
if-
come on, yes, you would.
No, of course
Come
I
on, you would.
Why
to me.
would I say that?
The
Because
thing
you love
about
me.
that show
You
is
just said you love me.
Every host that comes on there is terrified, so they're on their best behavior, and they want to be liked.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
If somebody
It's got to be terrifying. Oh, my God.
It is.
Because you guys are used to it, right? I read a Jay. Actually, I didn't, because I've known Jay Moore for a long time.
Okay.
And I read his book. No, yeah, I know exactly who. But I've known him for a long time, and I had no idea that he was so terrified when he was on SNL. But he was. It was the worst time of his life. Oh, yeah, he wrote it in his book.
Right?
Yeah,
It was the
he
worst
was like
5 minutes of his life.
the worst 30 seconds he ever went through.
Really?
You got a book out of it.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
You can't really,
And actually, it was riveting. It was, but he ripped all of you.
Well, it is terrifying to be on that show. Oh, he ripped us?
You
Oh,
don't
let me say this
You
about
don't even remember him, do you? You have no idea.
I know Jay.
Jay Moore, and this is in his book, but this was funny.
He's like, aha! You have read the book.
No, yeah, I read the book,
Okay.
but I'm not saying anything out of school because he wrote it in his book. But Jay Moore,
didn't say anything about it,
Jay
but
Moore did a sketch called "Good Morning Brooklyn" or something
He's
like
a
that.
funny guy.
Whatever, I'm telling a story.
He is.
So he wrote he did a sketch.
Jay.
He wrote a sketch called "Good Morning Brooklyn" with Marissa Tomei or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways,
Something like that. Something like
So
that.
anyways, a comic phoned in and said, I do that in my act, Jay Moore stole that from my act. So the producer, Kenny Amongi, goes, well, listen, guys can get different ideas. You can't prove it. And the guy goes, well, actually, I can prove it. He sent a tape.
Oh, no.
And it was I saw the tape. It was the most hilarious tape. It's the stand-up comic doing the bit. And Jay Moore is in the front row laughing.
No, really?
No way.
Yeah.
Not the front row.
So Saturday Night Live.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The second
Really?
row.
I can't imagine comics just
Something
sitting
less
in the front row.
embarrassing.
So Saturday Night Live had to pay this guy. It's in the book, so.
That's
I didn't know that was in the
hilarious.
book.
Did he
That's
ever
good.
admit to taking it, or?
Yeah, it's in the book. It's in his book.
I don't remember that.
He had to admit at that point.
I don't like to read those SNL books. Every time you turn the page, you think something bad is
It's
going to be
always
said
women
about
hate,
you.
and it's always like they say they hate women, but I mean Tina Fey is on there all the time.
They don't
She's
hate
like
women. They don't hate
no, it's Lorne Michaels loves women.
No, every Valentine's Day he sends like a rose to every woman. Remember that?
Yes, he did.
Each
Did he
woman
really?
on the cast would get a nice long stem
Is
rose.
that true?
Yeah.
That's
the guys
nice.
would get crap.
Who were the women on the show when you were guys?
Who the hell knows who they were?
Yeah. Who?
Kevin had
Who now?
very talented women during his time.
They're all
Jan
you all
Hooks,
blend together.
Nora Dunn,
Oh, I
Victoria
love her,
Jackson.
yeah.
I was actually dating Jan Hooks at the time. The first
Were
year
you
I was on.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he probably had. They were probably the most talented women.
You and
since
Jan
the
Hooks were getting to know. This is interesting. You and
I
Jan
didn't
Hooks
say
were
we're getting
getting
on. I said we're dating.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you're getting nothing.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon actually had a chance to date Jennifer Aniston at one
Did you really?
It was just like 3 months.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we did a short film together.
What film?
I don't remember.
What are you talking about? No,
It wasn't Leprechaun.
I'm saying,
Please not be
remember you
Leprechaun.
lived in New York and she was a hostess?
Yeah, I never dated her. What happened was, when I first got on the show, there was this restaurant around the corner around my house,
Right.
and there was this really cute hostess in there. It was just a little hamburger place, and I would go in there, and the food wasn't really that great, but I just loved seeing her and looking at her.
Is Jennifer Aniston?
This was in '86 or '87.
Wow.
And then she left. I didn't see her for a long time, and then I run into Jennifer Aniston, 10 years later. And she goes, "You used to come into the restaurant I was hostess at a lot."
No
This is
way!
before she got into show business. And I said, "Really? Which one?" And she goes, and she named the restaurant. I thought, wow. See that?
That's good. See,
Good
he's a
story.
powerful man.
Good story.
So you could have asked her out.
I could have.
He was on
He
TV.
could have. He didn't.
One time I was on the show and Jewel was on the show.
Nice.
Oh, with her crazy teeth?
Yeah, but I
that's what everyone knows
I
her
love
for.
Her.
Yeah,
I
I know,
love her
the jacked up
crazy
teeth. No, you really? You
Yeah,
like the jacked up
because
teeth?
I find it cute, and she's just my perfect type of girl. I really like
Yeah,
Jewel.
she's hot.
So I go to the I'm at the show, right, and I'm like, oh man, I'm going to meet Jewel. So she comes out running out. She goes, Norm. Oh. She hugs me. She goes, I have the biggest crush on you, right? And so I'm in shock, And she's like, are you going to go to the after party? So then I'm playing it cool. I'm like, yeah, maybe, But,
in reality, you're the first one there every week.
So for the whole show, I'm just playing it cool and everything. And she's like, you're going to come, right? Yeah, I'll probably be there. So, but meanwhile, I'm like, I can't wait for the show to be over and go there and, marry Jewel and everything like that. I was all super happy. So then I go to the after party, right?
Happy.
I go to the after party, and I show up late, because
Nice.
Because it's the after party.
And here's Jewel sitting all alone in this booth, So I come, I sit down, talking to her in the booth. All of a sudden, a French dude shows up, right? And she's like, "Oh, this is Pierre, whatever the hell." They start necking.
Pierre, whatever the hell.
Wow.
They start
Pierre,
necking
whatever
in
the
front
hell.
of me.
So this whole time she was setting you up.
She
You come to
was
the after
just-
party?
she's
Good.
playing you. She's
She had
playing
a
you, dog.
boyfriend. She was kissing.
Playing you.
So I was like, oh man.
Michael,
No, I don't think she was playing me. I think she really did like me. And so then,
but then she was in.
so this would have been the smart play, right?
Right.
To be cool and nice and everything, because when she broke up with the French guy, then I'd have a chance. But instead, I'm making all these anti-French comments and being a dick, and then she doesn't like me, and then her, she busted up with the French guy and married a cowboy.
Married a cowboy.
Now,
she did too, right?
Who did you have the biggest crush on that hosted?
Cowboys.
The biggest crush on that hosted?
Yeah. Besides John
All right.
Goodman.
Wait, we have a guest for you. We have
she
people who
cuts
want to
off
talk
the
to you. Will you
joke.
discuss, please? Allison, you're on 106.9 Free FM with
joke.
Darren O'Toole, Norm MacDonald, and Kevin Nealon, who, by the way, is playing at Cobb's tonight. You should go see him. Hello, there's the boys.
I just wanted to, well, first off, I want to say, Norm, I think you're the funniest in the world.
Yes, I agree.
Insanely funny, and me and all my friends completely worship you.
Ah, that's nice.
Are you playing in San Francisco?
Kevin who?
They have French
Kevin
boyfriends.
who now?
We're playing in San Jose.
He's at the San Jose Improv.
She doesn't like you enough to drive the hour, but they love you.
Yeah. Biggest fan.
Kevin Nealon is tonight at Cobb's.
Just half the show. When are the shows?
I do a good Norm
You
MacDonald
could do
impression
both.
at
You
Cobb's.
you could do
in
an
San
early
Francisco.
show with Norm and a late show with Kevin. You could do that.
Oh, Kevin, where are you playing?
Right here at Cobb's in San Francisco.
There you go.
are.
Right in Columbus.
And we just lost.
Still nothing.
We just lost tickets there.
Still nothing. 5 minutes too far to drive.
Yeah. Anything in my family room? Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing. Doesn't matter anymore.
Darian's just lost control of the show completely.
Totally.
But but I'll do San Francisco at some point.
Oh, Eduardo, San Rafael. Hello, Eduardo.
Cuts everyone off.
Hey, Norm, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys? How are you, Eduardo?
I don't cut everyone off. At some point, they have to go.
Morning. I'm totally on GERP. I'm hammered.
You're what?
But I had to. I'm on GERP.
What's GERP?
Like drinking Cisco and Carlo Rossi.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What does that mean?
Okay, yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like Thunderbird.
I want to come see you guys tonight. What time are you guys going on?
What time?
Together.
Cobb's.
I'm on. Kevin Nealon's on a Cobb's probably about 9 o'clock.
Cobb's 9 o'clock.
Okay. Is that East Coast time?
Wait.
That's GERP time.
It's always GERP time, my friend. I'm looking at my Gucci right now.
Are you Canadian?
I gotta say, I'm gonna go see Gilbert Godfrey and.
Oh, he's coming in too next week. He's coming in next week.
Next week?
He is. He really is.
Let's live in the moment.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at that? That's funny. He's a good guy.
No, he is.
I like Gilbert.
I like those guys. I like Ernest P. Worrell a lot.
What? I don't know who that is.
Oh, you're talking about from Andy Griffith show?
No. Ernest goes to camp. But he's dead. You can't see him anywhere.
Vern? Vern, he's dead. No,
movie?
he's dead. He's dead.
What'd you say?
You cut him off because Ernest is dead?
So who did you have a crush on? What guest host?
Jim Varney.
What guest host did you have a crush on?
Daniel.
Dolly
Wait. Hello. It's my show.
I never said
Daniel.
Dolly Parton, but I love Dolly Parton.
I've lost complete control of this program. Daniel in Vallejo. You're on the Darian O'Toole show with.
Available. It seems like you could.
She did seem that way.
That's what I've heard about.
106.9 Free FM.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Daniel. I don't know what the hell you're
Daniel.
Norm, how's it going?
Good, man.
Are you coming back to the Bay Area anytime soon? Because I live up in North Bay, and I can't go see you in San Jose. And that'd be a cool birthday present because my birthday is tomorrow, but I can't go.
How about a clock radio instead?
Darren, can we go to clock radio? Guys really were the funniest guys on Saturday Night Live.
Have you ever seen Kevin stand up?
I've seen him.
He's very funny.
But I've not seen him do his stand up.
His stand-up is unbelievably
funny.
funny.
It is. It's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah. Norm, did you lose any big money? Also, that's what I wanted to know.
Nobody listens on your...
We're really trying.
I quit sports gambling.
Did you? Don't lie, Norm. You don't have to lie on the radio.
No, I did. I lost a tremendous amount of money on it, and I finally gave it up.
Awesome.
I play poker, though.
Oh, I love poker.
No? Are you coming back to the Bay Area anytime soon and not playing San Jose?
Not playing San Jose.
Yeah, I'm coming to San Francisco in a few months.
I'm cutting him off, by the way. See? See how I roll? That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
What kind of poker do you play, Norm?
No limit.
No limit?
All right.
The money at the
you know what? As long as they want to stay, I'm letting them because they're funny boys. Kevin Nealon and Norm MacDonald, 106.9 Free FM.
Darian O'Toole, middays 10 to 2 on 106.9 Free FM.
So he'd invite me over to SNL once in a while to play poker on off nights, on Monday nights or something. And to watch him play poker while watching Monday Night Football and a baseball game, like he was a gambler.
Right.
And I guess somehow one time I found myself on a tape night, on a live SNL. I'm in the hallway with a bunch of pages, writers, basically plus ones. Rosie O'Donnell was the host of the show that week, guest host, and height of her fame with Penny Marshall. They were like this famous team, and they'd done a big movie together. And Penny by now is like a big movie director. And I'm in that hallway, where the pages are, where the desk is, and everybody kind of congregates in that area. It's crowded. It's 10 minutes to showtime. Penny Marshall, at the height of her movie director swag, is walking through the hallway with her head down, sunglasses on, baseball hat, doesn't want to be bothered. Treating all these basically writers and NBC employees and me and Norm as big-timing us, pretending we're just looky-loos out on the street. And Norm starts going... starts pointing at her and screaming, Laverne! 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 A month later, I think he was fired for telling OJ jokes. But it really shows that he just wanted to tell the best. Laverne! 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 And she didn't look up. She never knew it was Norm. She's just gone.
Oh, my gosh.
And, of course, the whole hallway's falling down. Like,
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there. Up there. She's up there, too. Wow, that was a great story.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for me. Survival has the separate corporation. Give us any chance, we'll take it.
Stars, it was good to see those workaholic guys because I personally am a workaholic. For many years, I was helplessly addicted to workahol. The Roast Master General Jeff Ross joins us.
Hi,
yes.
Jeff.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you got the first
Hello,
applause.
world.
Yeah.
Norm, this is so fun. Thank you for having me on your live podcast.
It's always fun to see you without a giant cloud of marijuana smoke between us.
Well, it's outdoors. It drifted away.
Yeah, how you doing, buddy? You got your hair cut a little.
I had a little trim. I was at the doggy groomer for 2 hours today.
Now, I have a question, Jeff. You usually show up wearing something very exotic.
Yeah.
Why the denim today?
I'm dressed like Billy Jack.
Yeah.
You look sharp.
great.
I
Thank
like
you,
it.
Jenny. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're trying to up my game for the live YouTube show.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're a hot fucking piece of ass.
Look at that. I do all my shopping at the mall. Have you ever been to Forever 41?
Forever 41?
Norm, you're dressing like you're going to help somebody move. You're wearing sweatpants to the biggest show in YouTube history.
This is the biggest show on the internet.
You're dressed like you're going to paint the set.
He can't help himself. I got to ask you this, though. Hey, I saw, by the way, on the computer, a show you do now called Morning Roast. Unbelievable. You wake up in the morning, you turn on your computer, there's Jeff Ross waking up himself, roasting somebody. How's that work?
Well, whatever comes to my hungover head, I just start making fun of, and I put it up on my YouTube page.
God damn, it's funny.
Who should I roast this week?
What about Cassim?
Yeah,
It would be an honor
Cassim.
if you could just do me.
He's an Arab, if that helps.
I only roast celebrities, Cassim, so you're off the hook.
Thank you.
What do you dress like? You're like Harry Potter's accountant.
You just not that up.
Well, I want to thank Jeff Ross for turning the mirror on me today. Back to you guys over there.
Like the inventor of a cure of some disease we haven't thought of yet. Look at you, like Orville Redenbacher's fluffer. I don't know. This is fun.
Good.
Thank you.
Of course, Bob Saget directed Norm Macdonald's movie Dirty Work. Yeah. A move that transformed Norm Macdonald into a star, Buck's employee.
Did you say something after Star?
Norm Macdonald's so stoned he thinks he's at a roast for Bob Seger. I love you, Norm. Wow, you never come out, Norm. You're like the J.D. Salinger of dick jokes. What's the over-under tonight? What's going to happen, Norm?
No, I wanted to read something funny, so I'm reading Marmaduke.
Oh, my God. This is what happens when you book a dais off Craigslist.
Saget roast where he was told not to work blue, and so he was told to tone it down, and then he went the completely other way. Is that what happened?
I had not heard that he was told to turn it down.
Right.
I thought he made.
You told to turn it up?
I thought he made the choice to go so soft that was the joke. Because Saget's roast was one of the few roasts where it was mostly comics, mostly body comics, and at that point, Saget was really digging into that stuff.
Right.
The Aristocrats movie had just come out. Bob was having this resurgence of Dirty Daddy, and really a contrast from his Full House persona. And we were all went in really deep. And I purposely wrote my speech without one curse word, just to make a point that you didn't have to be funny to be dirty.
Right.
And that was my spin on it. Norm took it one step further and did Farmer's Almanac type jokes. That were, like, hey, Cloris Leachman, people say you're over the hill, but don't listen to them. You'll never be over the hill. Not with that car you drive. And we looked at him like, is he having a stroke? But I already knew Norm will always go for the best joke, the way he would on SNL, the way he would on late night shows. Publicists be damned, he wanted to have the most provocative joke that the comics would talk about the next day. But on this show, he did a conceptual piece to throw softballs around the dais in an affectionate sort of way. And you can see when you listen back, the first few jokes, people are kind of polite laughs, nervous laughs. I'm a producer. I'm almost panicking.
Right, yes.
Like what, is he tanking this on purpose? We already had Artie Lang not show up. We don't want this to be a disaster. But about 5 jokes in, I can start giggling. I start to sense that something's happening. And they buy it. The audience, by the end, they're roaring as if he was Andrew Dice Clay, but doing these very soft jokes. And I think it was a nice denouement, or a nice chapter from his post-SNL, where he was provocative and pushed the envelope, especially with his OJ jokes.
When did you first meet him, Norm MacDonald? Jeffrey?
Oh, man. I met him. It was probably 90 or 91. I was just transitioning from open micer in New Jersey to opening MC act in comedy clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, Rich, I was excited. Catch a Rising Star Princeton. There's like 8 shows over 5 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was really going to, get some stage time. And Rich Voss, a very funny guy, was the middle act. None of us knew each other. And Norm MacDonald flew in from Toronto. He had just done a bunch of, was it Sajax or something, who had the late night show? Or was it...
yeah, he did for a while. He did. Yeah.
I think it was Sajax. And he hit on that show and became he was popping. But no one in America really knew him.
Right.
And Norm was, this is 91, that type. This is when America, especially in New Jersey, most people wanted to see Andrew Dice Clay in an arena doing nursery rhymes.
That's right.
Now Norm comes in with this button-down shirt and a blazer, and hey, you couldn't barely understand him, and his material was tight, and callbacks and crafted and honed and economical use of the language. It was fascinating for a comedian. But if you were just a couple of knuckleheads with your dates to catch Princeton, and you're used to seeing hickory dickory dock.
Yes. Yes.
He didn't bomb. He didn't hit all the time. He bombed probably 3 out of the 8 shows. And this is one of the craziest things, and I've never seen it before, Rich. After the shows, as people were paying their checks, Norm would go to the exit and greet every single customer as they left.
Come on.
The more he bombed, the longer he stayed there. And it was so hilarious, and it made him a mystery to me, an enigma to me right away, why he loved that part of it. And if he killed, he'd go right out the back to the green room and break out a deck of cards, and we'd play poker. He'd love to play poker. So my first experiences with him were very, very all in, we should say.
So he'd invite me over to SNL once in a while to play poker on off nights, on Monday nights or something. And to watch him play poker while watching Monday Night Football and a baseball game. Like, he was a gambler.
Right.
And I guess somehow one time I found myself on a tape night on a live SNL. I'm in the hallway. I believe Rosie O'Donnell was hosting SNL, and her very best friend, Penny Marshall, was there to support her. Penny Marshall, at the height of her movie director swag, is walking through the hallway with her head down, sunglasses on, baseball hat, doesn't want to be bothered, treating all these basically writers and NBC employees and me and Norm as big-timing us, pretending we're just looky-loos out on the street, right? Just doing a celebrity don't bother me moment.
Flyby.
Flyby, thank you. And Norm picks up on it, and he just starts pointing and screaming, Laverne! 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 And she didn't look up. She never knew it was Norm. She's just gone.
Oh, my gosh.
I've watched so many hours of his stuff, and I've met him, and he was like this comedic bar. Like, hey, we got Norm, there's so much shit comedy. Then you see Norm, and you're like, this is next level. This is savant type shit. And then to lose him is like, Norm had 20 more years at least of just content and thoughts and his point of view. And we'll never get that. And that sucks. He's just one of those guys who describes the most basic shit that we all know, but it's funny because he points it out. Like his Letterman set, the last Letterman, when he goes, Germany decided to attack the world, and you're like, that's so true. And then he goes, who do you think you are, Mars? I mean, it's just so funny, those little things where he's just telling you facts, and it's funny. I met him once at the Comedy Cellar, and we chatted for 5 minutes, and then he went on and did the Letterman set that he did. He was running the Letterman set, and sweet guy, nice guy. I didn't know him that well, but I mean, he's just brilliant. And I also love a brilliant guy who does stupid stuff. Mm-hmm. That's a fun little combo there. Like silly guys who are actually brilliant also. He was the king. He was the best. I mean, if you could play the chairman of the board thing is probably his crown jewel in his panel.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Because he had so many great panel with the moth joke, all that shit. But
a moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office. Right?
You are correct.
But the one with the SNL, because a lot of comics I don't give a fuck. I say what I want. This is the ultimate not giving a fuck. He goes on, he gets fired from SNL. He gets rehired to host years later. He's like, really? Okay. He's always hated them because they fired him. So he comes back and tanks the whole show in the monologue and then just does the show.
Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, well, you'll see later. But... Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows.
He's my hero.
I love him to death.
Fun, maybe one of the funniest guys on the planet. Dave Attell, Norm, in that. There's something about those two.
National treasures.
I agree. And the fact that he's not like the biggest comic of all time is weird.
Well, he is to us.
I guess so.
The comics, I mean, he's not the biggest, but the comics, he's on. The Mount Rushmore keeps getting bigger.
I know.
Four heads is not a good enough
amount. We got to stop using that thing.
Yeah, it's a bad thing to say, the Mount Rushmore, but in the Hall of Fame.
One of the funniest guys on the planet, one of my heroes, huge influence on me. I've seen everything. I watch his YouTube probably every other day. I just put it on.
When I first met you and I saw you, I was like, oh, he's doing like a Jerry Norm thing.
Yeah, completely.
Seinfeld and Norm.
He had another special in him. He's great on podcasts. I just wish he made more. And I mean, look, he's got a lot of stuff out there, so I'm getting greedy. But I think he's one of the funniest people. I mean, no one sounds like him. Amazing jokes, great takes. Brilliant comic. His gambling stories on Howard Stern are incredible. I read his book. I've seen everything he's done. This is
Dirty Work is a great comedy.
I love Dirty Work. I met him once at the Cellar, and I got a photo with him, and now I'm so glad I did. He did Last Comic Standing. He was the only honest judge. He would tell comics they were hacks. It was awesome. The comics hated him. Joe List did it, and he goes, "Joe, you're a very good writer." And Anthony Jeselnik goes, "Hey, Joe, that Norm just called you ugly," which is such a great line. He would come in, and he would bomb a lot. He would have jokes that the audience would be like, "Oh," he had this one great joke. He's like, something, women are bad drivers. And they went, "Oh," and he went, "Well, I want you to know a woman wrote that joke." And they went, "Oh," and he went, "I'm kidding, we don't hire women." You're like, yeah, that's a comic. Come on.
He just kept teasing him.
That's a fucking combo. He went this way, that way, then that way. I mean, he's the best.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do, do you? No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
He's like on another level where he's invented certain things I never knew. Like he's taken comedy to this higher point, which I didn't know existed. It's I wish I could come up with an example.
He's another guy too that still does real comedy. Like when he goes on stage, he's fucking ballsy.
Yeah,
he swings.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
And he gets confused if everybody's mad. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Just a joke here, folks.
He keeps it real.
I've got the board. It's spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Falls out of the chair. I mean, come on. That is
Epic
unbelievable.
moment. I wish they let the laughs go a little longer.
Yeah.
They shortened it, but yeah. Incredible.
You know, as a comic, we've all been in that moment where they're like, "What do you got now?" I mean, you handle hecklers all the time. You're swatting flies all day long. When you think of that line,
when Conan challenges you and you deliver, it's pretty damn cool. And
then to have that line, and he nailed it. I mean, to put that much pressure on you on TV and nail it. I mean, it just proves that he's on another level. B-O-R-E-D. Come on, to pull that out of your ass, that is something. And then the delivery, he's so excited. He's like a 10-year-old. I bet it's called B-O-R-E-D. It's like, oh, it's so funny. God, that's him already. Ah.
Oh, damn. Brutal.
Thank God we have all the footage at least, but Jesus, we'll never get anything new.
I mean,
Come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
You don't have to pull this up because it's long, but there was a radio show, like a morning show, like you have to do on the road for press, and he's doing one, and he's like, "Well, you know, black people, they're poor," and the lady is like, "Oh my God, how can you say that, Norm? That is so racist." He's like, I'm reading the newspaper, I'm watching the news, I'm looking at the stats, they're poor." And she's like, "Oh my God," and all these black women call in, they go, "Norm's right, we're fucking poor, it sucks." And he's like, you see? It was such a great moment.
925 says, "Okay, Norm, come to my 5th grade class. I dare you."
Well, where does she? Is it? Are there black people there?
Oh my God!
Where's
what does
the
that have to do
925?
with it?
Well,
Why is it harder if there's black people there?
Because black people are generally poor, and poor people are generally dangerous.
Oh my God!
Wow,
I can't
Norm.
believe you just went there.
What? Black people are rich?
Their black people span all the strata.
No.
And you're saying
you
that
gotta
white
check
people
your
are
statistics.
poor and, oh
no,
my
black
God.
people are poorer than white people. You didn't know that? Are you telling
Norm.
me that you think black?
What I'm saying is that I try not to pigeonhole people into black people
truth.
are poor, not into the truth. Listen, there's a huge ignored middle class black population out there. How dare you say black people are poor and therefore dangerous?
Because I want them to be not poor. That's why.
And really, how are you what's your plan?
My plan is to first of all admit that the black people have less money than white people. because we
Black
live in a
people,
racist
our phone number is
society.
800-400-FM97. If you'd like to talk with Norm MacDonald, I'm sure he'd love to take your call
Absolutely.
right now. Michelle, you're on the air.
I just wanted to say that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And you need
What, that
to,
black
you're
people
not,
are poor? It's
no,
hilarious.
The teacher thing, and
Oh.
you need to probably act like you're not offended by that, because first, you don't have a right to act like you're offended, and that was funny as hell. He is right about black people being poor. You know it. I know it.
Oh,
and the
my
black
God.
people know
What
it.
has happened on this show?
Well, he taught us a lot today. I think moms.
Oh, it's a learning show.
Moms an easy job.
Where have
Teachers
you
an
guys
easy
been
job.
living for the last 300 years in
Steve,
this country?
you're Paris. You are on the air.
I think that is completely untrue.
Go on.
Not all black people are poorer
Amen.
than
Sister?
white.
Well, I didn't say that.
That's what you
No,
just said.
you said
I
black
said
people
black
have
people
less money
have
than
less
white people.
money than white people.
You've
Yeah.
been to West Virginia? Because there's some white people with no money there.
Well,
exactly.
Well, okay. You're saying one black person is has more money than one white person.
What
True.
about Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, what about Eddie Murphy?
You're
Yeah.
saying by and
No,
large,
you're
if,
right.
if you
You're
break
right.
it down.
You're right. Yeah, of course, black people have less money than white people.
As
not
an average.
true. Not all black people have less money than white people.
Oh
but he's
my
talking
God.
in
Oh
okay.
my
We all
God.
get what he's saying.
Listen. Guys in wheelchair. There's a guy in a wheelchair that can go faster than me in a race. But if I said guys in wheelchairs are generally slower than me, you know, come
The
on.
way you said it was so harsh that to
Give
say.
your head a shake. Give your head a shake.
Oh my God! All right, thank you. Hey, it's Danielle from Big Brother, famously black woman.
Where's my 40 acres and a mule? I need my 40 acres and a mule. But you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
Go on, Danielle.
I mean, if you think
School
about
us.
it, there's been cases where the same person will apply for a job, and at times the other race gets the higher pay. I'm just keeping it real, folks.
All right, thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely. I'm saying that having
Try
less
to offend everyone equally.
having less money or having or not having less money is not a product of your nature. It's that you don't have the money because the white people don't give you the money.
It's actually supportive of black people to say that, actually.
707
Of course, I'm
says.
supportive of black people. I'm in a room of
You're
racists.
saying that to have justice, we
Oh
should
my
all
God!
have equal,
The 415. Do you want to keep him for the next segment? At this point, I'm not sure. I'm finding Norm to be somewhat on the offensive side.
You know what, though? I love that he's saying all this stuff and then looks over with a big smile.
I know,
and
big smile. He's like, oh man, they're going to talk about this all day.
Well, I didn't know that everyone. I thought San Francisco was a little more open than.
No, San Francisco actually
They're
isn't.
racist?
No, they're not racist.
Well, so far, by the way, most people have agreed with me.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Norm and his babysitter Steve will still be here,
Ray
offending
Frumsty.
people left and right. Stevie Ray Frumsty.
We're not offending anyone but racists.
How do you figure? To make a sweeping generalization that belittles and
It's not a sweeping generalization. It's a statistical fact, and it belittles no one. It only states a fact that I hope we can change in this country. If we're going to pretend that black and white people make the same amount of money, then nothing will ever change. Come on, you know that.
Can't we just see it as everybody?
Well, we can see it any way you want it. If you want to
Sarah's
pretend.
looking for some
If you want to live in a fantasy world.
and you're not going to find
No,
it.
there's not a clean out.
You're digging.
I'm breaking.
You're digging deeper
We'll
and deeper.
be back.
And I'd like to start by telling you the very last words that Norm MacDonald spoke on this earth. He said, "When I go, make damn sure they have a memorial for me. See to it that it's part of a much larger festival promoting a streaming service. Make sure you arrange it hastily and have it early in the morning. Now, damn it, make certain that many of the tributes are on videotape and that Rob Schneider is featured prominently. And finally, hold it in a theater in some part of Hollywood frequented by male prostitutes. Norm, we heard you, and we are here."
And then you mentioned before, Norm eventually got fired, and the rumors were that it was too many OJ jokes and that sort of thing, which is ironic because you told me
that wasn't really a rumor. I mean, that's why.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't realize that Norm could have stayed if he had agreed to let them fire Jim Downey. Jim is one of the best writers in the history of the show. He had been head writer for many years, but he could have stayed if he had agreed to fire Downey. And people ask me, well, why didn't? And he never. And I'll tell you another thing. You talk about Norm. From what I know, I don't know anybody. I mean, I was in touch with Norm, but I hadn't seen him in a while when he, when I heard he passed away. I certainly didn't know he was sick. I'm sure his producing partner and, really like a best friend, his Lori Jo, I would assume she knew. I don't know if he told his family. Norm never told Jim directly that he could have stayed at SNL if he fired him, but wow. Jim heard it from other people, not just me. It wasn't even a thought that he was like, oh, they said I could keep doing it without Downey, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a discussion. I don't know if that answered, I don't even remember the question.
No, we were talking about OJ, and actually it reminded me.
OJ. Oh, yes. Look, it was Don Ohlmeyer's friend, and we just kept
hammering him, right? What about you told me that
I'm in New Canaan visiting my little son, and the first thing I see is the sound was off on the TV, and he's sitting in his high chair, and he was like 2 years old, I guess, and so he looks up at the thing, and there's Chris Farley, but with the sound off, he didn't know exactly what it was. He starts laughing hysterically just at the sight of Chris Farley, and then the phone rings, and it's Mike Shoemaker from the show, who's a producer at the show, and he says a couple things. Chris Farley's dead, and you and Norm were fired.
Wow.
And so apparently, and later, guess what? It was like 3 years later, Norm told me, and he had never said this to me, because if our positions were reversed, I would have said it right away. He said, they told me like it wasn't, that they were only firing you, that I was welcome to stay. And I said, I won't do it without Downey. And so they said, okay, motherfucker, be our guest. So that's how Norm came to be fired. He went out of solidarity with me. So
well, I think it's probably smart because you made it. You guys together were really good. It probably would have.
He would have been.
He's
fine
great,
without
but
me,
you're great, right?
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies. This week at the O.J.
So, Jenny, what month was your issue?
Quoting Churchill.
May of 08. Who was on the cover? Do you remember?
It was a Russian girl.
Uh-oh.
And my nickname's Genocide, so I think that was kind of funny.
What?
What? What do you mean?
Is Genocide giving her comedy fucking advice?
Why is that? It's funny because there was a genocide.
In Russia? Only about 70 years ago.
Against the Russian people.
Who still lives? But me. That's not a
You
genocide.
first. Check it back. No, it was it wasn't a complete genocide.
What do you mean?
No, it was.
Well, Stalin was a mass murderer.
Only Jewish people seem to get really offended by my nickname.
There are fives in a cake.
Dave's getting bored.
Right. Well, because they're the only ones that live.
Well, the only true genocide was the. Sam, another one this way, Sam.
That was a true genocide.
Wow. What?
The American Indians was a true genocide.
No, that was for land. No, that was justified. That was for land. We were taking their property.
No, it doesn't matter. What doesn't matter what the motive?
No, the genocide. Yeah, the motive is to just hatred of a race to exterminate them without a political or economic agenda.
Well, we did with the
Indians. Well, it's not justifiable.
No, well, who's saying it's justified?
I said, well, let's
just got to bury them.
I'm just
wondering how it's
Just one counterpoint.
You've never
I'm trying to take another
you've never heard the legal term justifiable genocide? Hitler was out of his mind at the time. Clearly insane.
I'm trying to take another opinion so we can have some friction here. It's a television show, honey. I can't agree with everything you
This guy fancies
say.
himself a modern-day Bill Maher.
Thank you for the dumb opinion.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over. If we never got a chance.
You know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him. I can't. Yeah. And there's nothing redeeming about the guy. I tell the guys, I go, how on earth could these Germans follow this lunatic, you know? And they're like, oh, he was an incredible public speaker, you know? He could hypnotize you with his public speaking. And then I see him, he's like, correctly. And I go, what? That's not my idea of a silver-tongued devil, you know? I'm not a skilled interviewer. Let's fucking face it.
I'm not a skilled. What?
You've done podcasts before, though.
I have. I've never done. I haven't done a lot of video ones.
Have you done what the fuck?
I did Treat Williams's. I'm just kidding. Just trying to think of somebody random that video podcast.
You win that kind. No one more random than that. He would be great.
Treat would be a treat.
Now we're going. This is a section where we do jokes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to think of them. They're written on blue cards.
For the first time in the show.
Yeah, the first time in the show. We do jokes. We stop our Mark Maron-like grilling of your personal life. Do your Mark Maron.
I don't have a Mark Maron.
Mark Maron gets it a lot, like anything you say. I get it.
Yeah.
Were you jealous of him? People constantly tell me, or I hear this, funniest man that ever lived.
Mel Brooks.
Do you believe that?
Sure. I mean, I think he's of an era. You know what I mean? I think he's still. I think the amazing thing about him, if you are, well, you're not wired that way. If you're a Jew and your wiring is Jewish, okay, Mel Brooks is going to tap right into that.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah.
Gotcha. I understand. I find that when I used to do stock lines. And then I was always sad because it would do better than the rest of my act.
People just love it because
But that's why it's a stock line.
Yeah, because the timing's built in. Oh, there was a dude. I don't know if I want to mention his name.
Yeah, what is it? The doorman at the store. There's a lot of stories there. This guy told me 2 of them were sucking each other off in the fucking parking lot.
Is that true?
I mean, yeah, it's true.
Really?
Yeah,
the door that was different when I was there.
I wasn't surprised at all.
Because they were those kind of guys?
They drink a lot and they're wild.
They're those kind of guys. You talking about gay people?
Yeah.
I was.
What? I mean, who else is going to be sucking each other?
I know. Why do you call them those kind of guys? Why don't you just say, are they gay?
Are they gay? Why?
You sound like a guy from Mad Men or something.
No, I'm not.
Those kind of fellers?
No, that was not the tone I had.
You understand after a while, and even with politicians, like they're still human beings. And,
yeah, barely, but yeah, they're the worst kind of fucking people in the world.
That's true.
All of them.
I agree. I'm glad to hear you say that because everybody thinks you're all leftist and everything.
Well, I mean, I definitely land on the lefty side of things on ideological terms, but I found that from doing political talk radio, just being carrying water for any of them, you just got to realize the quality of people you're dealing with. You're dealing with fucking corporate whores who are operated by business interests. So really it's going to come down to however you view politics. The question is, do you give a shit about poor people, and and are we being taken advantage of? Right. Now, if people want to frame that as, Obama's a communist and draining us of our livelihood, well, that's your particular delusion, and that's fine. I mean,
right.
But I just got disillusioned with all of it because these are not quality people. I mean, I did a joke about Michelle Bachmann on Real Time.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I was getting flack from this, a very small portion of the right, that they were like, he's a misogynist. I'm like, she's a fucking pig. She's a fucking politician. Can you name me 2 politicians that command any respect whatsoever? Why do we respect these people? These people are car salesmen. They're idiots. They're more disingenuous than anybody as performers. And they basically figured out a way to bait and placate morons into, voting against their self-interest. That's an amazing skill, but is it respectable? I don't know. Do you respect a guy that sells you, horse shit in the guise of a health supplement?
I agree with you. I mean, I think politicians are terrible. I mean, people attack evangelists, but at least evangelists offer something.
Right. Well, they after the immediate relief of someone's pain and aggravation with another line of bullshit. But nonetheless, I mean, they're pretty evil too.
Well,
I mean, with politics, it's like. Yeah, I don't like to get into it that much anymore.
Yeah, let's not get into this shit, man.
Okay, buddy.
Because it's getting. I can see people not laughing now.
No, I mean, but laughter. But I know that you've gotten into a little bit of flack around it. But you're
flack around what?
Around politics.
What do you mean?
Well, just that you've said things that people have reacted to, but you're not like a political comic.
I'm not political. I've only said things on purpose to provoke people.
Right.
Once in a while.
You like doing that though.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
But I've never. But I've never. Because I don't know enough. And because I don't respect political humor when it's nothing but gossip.
Yeah, and mostly comics and people like us, people who are obviously First Amendment warriors to a certain degree. We like living the way we want to live. So it's really just going to come down to money. It's like, how do I keep my money? I mean, that's the biggest political question that most righties ask themselves. It's like, I'd like to keep as much of my money as possible. And if that's in a minority opinion, how do we get this majority of poor people to get me to keep my money and believe that they're doing the right thing?
Yeah, it's a tough fucking thing because apparently I read this, if all the money in the world was equally divided among everybody would be dead fucking poor.
Yeah. There's these moments where I don't talk about as much as I used to, but then there's moments where you're like, there's a moment that I was on a fucking radio show the other day. And this was an interesting thing because it's about professionalism. I don't do political talk radio. I've got my political views and they're fairly general. I'm not trying to support any politician, but I have the way I think about things. But there are politicians that represent the opposite of what I think. So I'm on this talk show with a guy, it's a Fox affiliate, but I'm there to plug my comedy and talk about my podcast and be funny with this dude who's a talk show host. He's a radio professional. He runs an entertainment show for the most part, but he's been dying to talk to Rand Paul about the bridge situation because I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. He's the fucking senator. Right. They got bridges falling down, and he's been trying to get this guy on the show. And the guy he calls in when I'm there. So now I've got, if I was doing political talk radio, I mean, it would have been what the fuck are you thinking? You and your libertarian bullshit, and how are we going to pay for this? I would have jumped in and done that. But there was this moment where it's I just done a segment with this radio professional. He was like, God, it's great to talk to a guy who knows how to be on radio. We're having a good time. Hold on, the senator's on the phone. And I got to sit there and go, oh, do I do this? Would it be worth it to sabotage this for some lefty, credibility? And then I realized, dude, he's a radio guy. You're a comedian. You're having a good conversation. He's trying to talk to this guy about a local problem. Just shut the fuck up and let him do his job. And then when you come back, get back to what you were talking about. And I chose to do that. But I did walk out saying, you pussy. You had such an opportunity there.
I was on Politically Incorrect a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, fuck, man, you have to have an opinion about every goddamn thing on that show. So,
or you can just do a little homework and write some jokes.
Yeah, but sometimes I remember at the break, Scott Carter go, enough with the jokes. But I'll never forget it. I'm very unlearned, and so before the show, Scott came in, who was the
producer. Yeah, he's been on the show. Yeah.
So he said, "What do you think about China and Taiwan?" And seriously, I only know those as words, you know. So I was like, I don't know anything. Like, can't I have another subject? So, anyways, then we get out because he goes because Bill believes this. I mean, anyways, when we get out, we're introducing the guy beside me. The smart guy, right? Mm-hmm. He wrote a book on China and Taiwan.
Right.
So fucking Bill Maher, he starts with me. He goes like, what was it, China and Taiwan? I go, I don't know. Fucking ask this guy. What do I know? I'm a nightclub comic. What? Like, that's what made me laugh with that show. Everyone's opinion's equal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like a nightclub comic and an expert. And then another thing I always found funny about that show is the comedians try to be very serious, and then the serious guys are trying to get jokes.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's not always our shining moment.
I do like Bill though.
No, Bill's great at what he does.
Yeah.
Like he started out a straight up joke dude, and he knows his shit. And it's pretty amazing.
You know what's funny about him? I don't know if I should say this or not, but I mean he's probably aware of it. When he does his monologue, have you noticed when he does his monologue, he does Johnny Carson?
No, definitely. He definitely models himself. I think that's been his style for a long time. He definitely takes the posture.
But I find it very funny because, he's got the posture and the timing and everything. And he's like, and then she came in his face, but it's like crazy words come out.
Carson would have loved to have done that.
Yeah, he probably would have.
Thank you from Norm. This would mean so much to be recognized for what's so important to him, which is comedy. He would never even hurt a bug. He would capture and release a bug, so helping any animal meant so much to him. So please be kind to everyone and every being. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say that my father loved dogs, and he loved the second annual HCA Award.
Look at this.
There we go.
Looks almost like a dog.
It is a dog.
It's a dog?
Yeah, his name is Pizza.
Pizza. Well, you have a dog. I never thought of a dog as a zoo animal.
Oh, we have a lot of animals there.
Well, what can you tell us about the dog?
Well, the dog is a subspecies of the gray wolf.
Oh, gray wolf. Do you have any gray wolves?
Oh, we have so many gray wolves.
Oh, well, bring them in. Where are they?
They're back at the zoo.
They're at the zoo.
Far too dangerous.
I hope this thing doesn't attack me, whatever it is.
All right, I think you guys.
Let's see what it is. What is this? Looks like a dog.
It is.
It's another fucking cocksucking dog. I knew it. Anyways, well, this is a cutie. What's this girl's name?
This is Arnett.
Arnett.
She's very special. Did you know that dogs are a subspecies of the gray wolf?
Yeah, I fucking knew that.
Everything's expensive. Everything costs money there, I went to buy a dog. I couldn't believe how much these dogs cost. Salesman in a store trying to sell me the most expensive dog in the store, Big $600 dog. Big pit bull, $600, And I was looking to pay, maybe a buck, something like that, maybe $2, something like that, But I was going, hey, don't you got a bargain dog around the joint here? Any kind of a dog of the week going on this week? A big bin of dogs maybe that I could pull something out of there? But this guy goes, no, he says, why don't you buy this pit bull? He says, this kind of expensive dog, but he goes, this will protect your valuables, this dog. And, I don't have anything very valuable, I don't own a lot of stuff there, I buy the pit bull, that would be the most valuable thing I own, I'd have to buy something to protect it then, I'd be out shopping for Wolverines the next day there. Show me something in a timber wolf, my good man. I'd be saying to some good man there. No, you don't want a dog like that, man. I want a dog do things for me, Fetch my slippers. That's the joy of having a dog, Pitbull won't do that stuff. Go, hey, Pitbull, fetch my slippers. Pitbull go, hey, I could kill you, pal. I'm a Pitbull. Don't you read the papers or anything? I kill. That's all I don't fetch. I fetch people. That's all I fetch. I can fetch you a guy. That's the best I could do there. And maybe you're wearing some slippers. How'd that be? When I was young, no such thing as a pit bull. When I was a kid, it was the meanest dog around, the Doberman dog, And they'd kill you, too. They'd rip your throat out just the same, But not fast like a pit bull, eh? A Doberman always give you a little head start there, They were a sporting dog, them Doberman. They'd see you in the street, they'd go, hey, that your house over there? Yeah, go ahead. And then they soar through the air and rip your throat out. And do a flip, you know, and you'd be impressed, even though you're dead, you know. Man, look at that flip. But I don't want it. You don't see Dobermans around anymore. You ever notice that? Pit bulls now, they got all the work and everything. All the domestic security jobs go to the pit bulls. And man, a Doberman's like the forgotten dog now, you know. Once in a while you see him on a park bench with a Frisbee there, you know. I used to be somebody. I'm a Doberman. Got a buck? Buck for the Doberman? So I don't get any of those killer dogs, you know. I always buy a dog. When I'm buying a dog, I think to myself, I go, hey, if this dog goes berserk, could I take him? I got a nice wiener dog. I got one of them wiener dogs. Wiener dog can't rip your throat out or anything like that, you know. Unless you're lying down, you know. You have to be lying down sleeping there, you know. And a wiener dog sneak up late at night, start nibbling at your throat there. Maybe by daybreak he's got a hold of a vein there, he's pulling out a vein there. You know, you wake up, oh, get away from me, you wiener dog. The hell you think you are, a pit bull or something there? Get my vein back there. Where's you get off a wiener dog? There's a hickey, a little hickey there. That's about all. And that's embarrassing too. Hey, you ever have a hickey, man? You be walking down the street, people see you, hey, you got a wiener dog over there, huh? So I do, now that you mention it. Well, a beef-flavored water for dog hit stores this week, and dogs are eagerly anticipating the arrival next month of the newest water flavor, other dogs' asses. That it? Whoop! There I am. I thought I was over there. A sheepdog carrying $250,000 worth of cocaine in its stomach was found at JFK Airport earlier this week. A customs agent got suspicious when he saw two airline employees taking turns sniffing the dog's ass. And in California, a new restaurant has opened exclusively for dogs. Their specialty? A fried chicken dinner, said to be scrotum-licking good. In Oklahoma, sheriff's deputies are using police dogs to sniff for bodies buried on an 80-acre farm. The dogs have sniffed the ground for 3 days, but so far all they've dug up is another dog's ass. In Topeka, Kansas, the fire department is now using a new weapon to fight arson. A black Labrador trained to sniff out chemicals used in setting fires. Although it should be noted, if this dog is correct, the culprit in every arson fire this month is some other dog's ass. And finally, in California, pet owners. Pet owners can now take their canine friends to the world's first doggy wedding chapel, where dogs can actually be married in a civil ceremony. The ceremony ends when the justice of the peace says, "You may now sniff the ass." Well, now there is finally a matchmaking service for dogs. At Happy Animals, matchmakers guarantee to find your dog a perfect mate based on height, weight, age, and breed. So far, the dog dating service has had a 100% success rate because, according to its founders, any dog will have sex with any other dog. Well, President Clinton received an early Christmas present this week, an adorable Labrador puppy. And presidential historians say that it will be good for his image. According to these scholars, in comparison to a male dog, the president's sex life will seem relatively normal.
I have a joke. Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, "Okay, what do you want your telegram to read?" So the dog goes, "Woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free?" And then the dog goes, "No, that wouldn't make any sense."
I was at a party with a friend and so I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
That it is kind of gross, you know, if you're not into it, because it's like why not jerk your dog off? You know, your dog probably likes it, but that's because it's gross. Yeah, he's a weird one, man.
How many people, though, seriously? No, I agree with you, it's gross. Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence for having sex with his pet pit bull. What's that, lassie? Woof, woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof, woof. Oh, you got raped. Do you think that happens a lot? Like lonely people and their dogs?
Jerking off their dogs?
Oh, yeah. Every time I see a woman walking down the street with a real big dog, I'm like, oh, they're going out.
Women?
Women are
but they don't
going
even
out
like
with
fucking.
They're going out with their dogs. No, they get their dogs to either go down on them. You know, Judd Apatow recently, and I'm apologizing to him.
Oh, but his dog is sexy.
Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better when they're high.
Yes, I don't know. You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona.
Wow.
After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee.
A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh.
It's not. I mean, it's
That's like
it was a little insensitive, I guess.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
Used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it. Really. Do you write these for real?
Sure, junkyard dogs are mean, but the meanest dogs are generally found guarding concentration camps. And it says here, there's a note, early versions of the Jim Croce's 1973 smash hit Big Bad Leroy Brown. Do you remember that song?
Tell the people about Ben.
No, do you know what you just said?
It
Did you have
included.
any idea what you just read?
This says.
No, did you have any idea what you just read?
That
it was an
junkyard dogs.
anti-Semitic joke about the concentration camps.
No.
Oh,
Not
what do you mean?
anti-Semitic at all.
No, it's Semitic?
No.
Well, you know, I know what the problem is.
Did you write it?
I didn't write that.
Who wrote it?
They used the meanest dogs.
I don't know who wrote it, but I think the problem is that some people might not know what the concentration camps are. So
concentration camps were found in Poland.
Oh my God!
What?
Almighty. Oh my God!
Concentration camps.
Please get my nurse. I swear to God, get her in here right now and
I'm
reel
trying
me
to
away.
explain to the folks who know.
Did you have too much salt?
You know what? This is your first show, and these are the.
Well, I don't want to bring up the systemic, extermination attempt against the Jewry of Europe, but this says on this piece of paper that Bad Leroy Brown initially included the line meaner than a concentration camp dog, but Croce decided it was unpleasant to the ear. And it was also offensive to Jews, gypsies, and homosexuals. Little did it matter, Croce would be dead within.
It was fantastic all the way through, but I just thought.
Well, that's yeoman's work.
Well, look, I went in and I took what I thought were the best moments.
Follow-up question: what's a yeoman?
Not a clue.
Russell Brand will know.
I'll bet you're goddamn right he will.
Okay, no need to curse.
All right, apologies.
But please.
Listen, what I'm saying is I trim
You know,
the fat.
taking the Lord's name in vain is one of the commandments that will get you raped by the devil for all of time.
Agree to disagree. If they put my name in a fucking publication like Entertainment Weekly,
You don't have to
think
swear.
if they put my name in a publication like Entertainment Weekly, I don't think you need to worry about gaining weight. They'll put you in something.
My doctor's getting very rude. The last time I went to him, he said, "Open your mouth and say oink." I mean,
I think we've come to the fact you need to find a new doctor.
I need to find a new.
This guy sounds like a real asshole.
New internist. Why do you continue to swear?
I don't know.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Charlie Fleischer? Some of the guys you started out with.
Charlie Fleischer?
Yeah, yes. Charles. He doesn't come by much anymore. But
Charles Fleischer used to always close the Improv. He'd always close.
Yeah.
And he'd do an hour.
I'm not sure. I think that guy's out of his goddamn mind.
Whoa.
Am I allowed to say? I don't even know. If he comes back, it could be awkward. But
What happened?
He's just out of his mind.
He seemed like a good guy. A confidence man sold him an apartment, rented him an apartment.
A confidence
Only last minute.
man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it
a
didn't go
paper
well.
moon, you know, like that kind of a guy.
Yeah, I got paper mooned.
He got paper moon.
I think it was by
about
one of
me.
the guys that used to give you shit in your karate class. This big fucking Russian guy.
Oh, easy.
No. All right, it was a Russian guy.
Not at all.
We've torn down the wall, Mr. Gorbachev, a long time ago.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Russian and Jews is more like it.
I'm a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on like...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
Came over and she said, "It's so lonely here, you know. There's been no men." And she caressed his arm. And one thing became the inevitable.
They had sex?
Yeah, so we don't have to be coarse about it, but yes. There is another sister that lives there, a leper.
So he fucked a leper?
Let's not be coarse. Good God, man, that's not how you tell a joke. That's supposed to happen through your mind. That's supposed to. But yes, you did fuck a leper. I don't like is when they make those dirty drinks.
Dirty Sanchez?
Dirty Sanchez. That's what you drink.
What dirty drinks?
No, they say like
pink pussy, and, like the pink pussy.
You don't have to be dirty, but the guy doesn't realize there's a TV camera aimed at him.
This is like your little brother.
God damn, man.
Oh, it
Precursor.
definitely was a
precursor.
That's a good word.
Because that's in Breaking Bad. But
Yeah.
also Weeds was like kind of the
Broke down the door for Breaking Bad.
broke down the door
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Breaking Bad, he says.
And he's the post-cursor. I got nothing, man.
He's just a cursor.
I'm just cursed.
God damn, no, your words you use. Pussy.